Welcome to Derry, where the kids disappear and the adults say nothing. In 1986, Stephen King wrote an 1,100-page novel, and in 1990, that novel was brought to life with a miniseries about a clown in a sewer and a lot of disappearing children. As this week on the Dissect That Film Podcast, we look at the 1990 miniseries It. Does it still hold up? Well, let's talk about it. Remember, we all float down here.
Flip the switches to maximum amplification as Parker, Dan, and Angela prepare for their operation. With trivia and plot points scrawled across their walls, laughter and debate erupt as the movie's drama calls. The world may call them crazy, minds gone astray, but genius and passion and madness all dance the same way. Now the show begins to rise from its broadcast realm, and you can open your eyes as we dissect that film.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dissect That Film Podcast, a podcast that dissects the good, the bad, and the ugly of cinema. I am your host, Brett Parker. Joining me, as always, are my wonderful co-hosts, Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming.
Hello.
Woo! We're back, guys.
Yeah.
And we have somebody with us tonight, and it's not her first time this year because she's back talking more It. She was here talking about It. Welcome to Derry. We got Anna from Give Me Back My Action Horror Movies and the Baron's Hideout podcast. Welcome back, Anna.
Hello, gang. It's so soon to be talking about Pennywise again, but it's a cross I'm happy to bear.
It is never too early or too soon to talk about
exactly.
this.
So I was like, yeah, can I volunteer myself to come on if you guys do that? And you were like, of course.
Well, the funny thing is, I feel like people were probably expecting us to cover the two Andy Muschietti movies before covering this, but I feel like if you're going to talk about It, you have to start with the OG, and that is 1990s It. So yeah, this is our first go around with a miniseries. This isn't technically a movie. It was a 2-part miniseries that dropped on ABC, I think, back in 1990.
Yes.
The first part dropped, I think, earlier in the year, and then it was like short time later it dropped the second part, or maybe it was back to back. I can't remember. Let me look it up real quick. So
I think it was pretty close together.
Yeah, it was between November 18th and November 20th of 1990.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So yeah, this was not the first time though that a Stephen King novel was turned into a miniseries, because I believe Salem's Lot was technically a miniseries back in 79, or maybe it was a TV movie. I could be wrong.
It was a TV movie.
Okay, so this may be the first Stephen King miniseries, because we would get we would get It, we would get The Langoliers, we would get The Shining,
Storm of the Century,
Rose Red.
Rose
There was a
Red.
lot of miniseries to come out of Stephen King after It, or like I said, I could be wrong. This may not be the first miniseries that they ever did, but this was the one that kind of like got people to be like, yeah, let's do more of this. This is good. It's wild because this was originally supposed to be like an 8 to 10 hour miniseries. Like that was the
George
idea.
Romero was in talks at the start to join.
Yeah.
Then once they were like, oh, let's cut it down to like 4 hours, he was like, I'm out. I can't do it in that amount of time.
Yeah, not doing that. But this was originally written by Lawrence Cohen, who also I think he was the writer of Carrie back in 1976, and then he ended up doing a lot of other things with Carrie throughout the years. Like he ended up doing a Carrie musical in 1988, which is something I really wish I could see, because that just seems very interesting. Like, what's a Carrie musical sound like? Yeah, but he would have to step away from the project when he was actually working on the musical for Carrie, and it kind of like was conflicting with what he was doing. And he pretty much gave the reins over to Tommy Lee Wallace, who we've talked about on the show a few times, as he was heavily involved in John Carpenter projects. He is the man behind the creation of the original Michael Myers mask in 1978's Halloween. He would direct Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. He was an editor and effects artist for The Fog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's been involved in a lot of horror-based media over the years. And yeah, he was given pretty much full reins on this entire miniseries. He will always say, though, that the second day is not what he wanted. But
yeah, the second part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for anyone who doesn't know, it's based on the book It by Stephen King that came out in 1985, I believe.
Something like that.
And it was 1986. Oh yeah, because we talked about it. He was actually writing it while he was directing Maximum Overdrive. Like he was in the middle of writing a good part of the book while he was directing Maximum Overdrive, which is always a wild fact. But yeah, it's a very long book. I think it's like 1,200 pages, and
It's fat.
he was excited because he felt that a miniseries was the best way to bring this story to life, because you could do it, have you could cover a lot more of it, because of the amount of time that they were going to give. This in total was 3 hours and 12 minutes, even though, weird fact, the VHS, which I own, the double VHS, I believe day one is one and day two is the other. On the tape, it is 192 minutes, which is 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The Blu-ray, which I also own, 187 minutes. I don't know what the hell that 5 minutes is. What it was.
That's weird.
And I can't find where it tells me what the differences were. It was a weird fact that I was scrolling through right before we were going to hop on. It's just looking up some crazy facts. And it literally was yeah, there's a 5-minute difference, which is really weird. And
it says consists primarily of the transition between part 1 and part 2, including credits and some specific character scenes. This was done to edit the miniseries into a single continuous movie for home video formats.
There we go. There's our answer.
Interesting.
The end of part 1, where Stan's wife finds him in the bathtub, says it's to be continued. Then the credit sequence. The beginning of part 2, the entire opening sequence for the second half of the miniseries is missing. This included the full opening credits and several early scenes of Bill arriving back in Derry, his arrival at the hotel, yada yada.
There we go. There's our answer. I really wish, though, we got the intermission even on the Blu-ray. I didn't like the transition from, because I think the first part ends with her discovering Stanley, the wife, and then it's supposed to be then all focused on the adults in part 2. But the fact that it transitions into that, I was it's fine. It feels right, but it's also I want that feeling. I was back in 1990 watching this. So I guess that's the perks of owning the VHS. I could someday do that, because you have to. That's when you switch the tape, just like Titanic.
Yep.
I can't remember when that was, but yeah.
It's when Leo's ass hits the foggy window.
Yeah, that's when it was intermission.
Changed it. Yep.
Change tapes.
Time to change.
Well, before we go into any more of the behind the scenes and the people involved in this movie, let's share our history with this one. So we'll start with our guest, Anna. What's your history with the It miniseries?
I watched this way too young, and Pennywise terrorized me from a very young age up until, I can't remember when I finally rewatched it. It honestly might have been after Scream and the Shining miniseries and all that came about. But yeah, I was terrified of that clown for years and years. And but yeah, I love it. It's got that homey feeling, that old 90s miniseries feeling that I like.
Absolutely. Angela.
Yes.
What's your history?
Oh gosh. I have watched this I don't know how many times. I love it every single time. We used to have it on VHS, and I have no idea what happened to it. And but yes, Pennywise scared the crap out of me. I still don't like looking in drains on the road because I'm afraid I'm going to see something. But I don't like looking out windows at night either, so That's a whole nother story.
That's just Appalachia.
Yeah.
I feel
the
you.
the woods look back.
Yeah.
Shoot,
Yeah.
my dad scared the crap out of me one time. He went outside to take the dog out, and it was right outside the window, and he's just staring in at me. I broke my arm trying to get away from him. I was like, Dad, why'd you do that?
Dan,
Yes.
what's your history with this movie?
Well, as I've said many times in the past, this was because of my grandmother. Not that I intentionally seek this film out, but I had watched pretty much the whole thing in snippets throughout my childhood. Just by, my grandma was really big into this stuff. I think my mom liked StephenKing as well. Not as much as my grandmother, I believe. But yeah, this was always, at some point, parts of this was on TV. So I of course, I was like 4 when the actual miniseries ran, so I doubt I remember any of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's just been a thing that's just on the TV at some point in the background.
Yeah, that's ultimately my history with this. I mean, this came out before I was born, so I didn't get to see it till later on in life. And Angela, I don't know how many times I got to tell you. I'm sorry my parents had sex and had me before or after yours did. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I can't help I'm younger than you.
She always does that. Always.
And I will always point out the reason I had no choice in that matter. But yeah, this was one, I can't remember what channel it was on. Like, I know it aired on ABC back in 90, but I can't remember what it was on, like maybe USA or TNT or something. Sci-fi maybe. Yeah, it could have been one of those, but I remember watching this and even when they would replay the movie on other channels, they would do like part 1 and then it would be like next part 2. And it's like, why don't we just do the whole thing at one time?
Yeah.
Right.
And I guess they didn't do that until they did the first DVD version of the movie, that they actually connected both parts together without the intermission. But yeah, I mean, Tim Curry's Pennywise was super memorable. I mean, you talk about it, you would hear people talking about him, and just like when you talk about like iconic Tim Curry roles, Pennywise is always like towards the top because of just how iconic of a character he was. And I remember when the 2017 one was announced, and they announced who it was, and it was like, who the fuck is Bill Skarsgård? Who is that? And then I saw that first image of him. I was like, oh shit. Oh, I love you, Tim, but goddamn, that's a scary ass clown.
Right. That's what I said on Welcome to Derry. Marley watched Welcome to Derry with me, and that was her first time seeing Pennywise, was Bill Skarsgård. So now she's tried to watch this miniseries, the original, and she is not having it. It's not scary to her. She thinks he just looks silly, so it's funny to see that generational divide with two different actors playing Pennywise. I like it.
And the thing is I feel like they're two completely different versions of the same character. Like they both have the good and bad sides of them. But I think it was always talked about, like, Tim Curry was a better clown, and Bill Skarsgård's the better like demon. Like he is the better, like he brings the scares, where it's like, hey, people in the 90s, they thought this was terrifying. And to be honest, if you're not into clowns, Tim Curry's Pennywise is terrifying.
Yes.
And no disrespect to him, because he's an icon and he did a great job with this role, and I would never put him down. But yeah, I mean, for me, it was super memorable seeing this movie. And I remember rewatching it, like, boy, it was like 4 or 5 years ago. It was on Netflix, and I think I was at my sister's house or something. I was like, I'm going to throw something on. Let's just throw on It, like the miniseries. It's not too bad. Like, it's not too scary for kids. And we're watching it, and I remember there were parts where I was just like, wow, the acting is not good in this. Like, wow, this is a rough watch. And I'm glad that my rewatch, I have more appreciation for it now. But like before my recent rewatch, I was like, oh no, I'm not looking forward to rewatching this movie, because it is, especially the adult scenes where you're like, that's the one you went with. That's the line read you went with. Okay.
Yeah. There's some parts that's definitely, you can feel the the TV acting.
Oh, absolutely.
Coming through. Soap opera-esque, you know.
Yeah, and it was on purpose. That's what they wanted. They wanted TV actors. They wanted high-profile TV actors to do this because it would draw in. I think they said it would draw more people in to watch again, and also I think Tim Curry alone is going to draw you in. But he had a stipulation. He almost didn't take the role of Pennywise because he didn't want to be covered in a bunch of prosthetics, because he had just a few years before he played Darkness, aka the Devil, in Legend, where he is literally unrecognizable. You don't even like the fact that if you went into that movie not seeing his name, I guarantee you don't know it's Tim Curry.
Yeah, nobody would. No way.
So that was his thing. He's like, I don't want to be covered in a bunch of, cosmetics where you can't tell it's me or whatever. And so they had to work on it, and they did. They gave him the big head. I think that's the one piece, his nose. And then there was some other ones that were very temporary, like his scarring and
the inhaler.
The inhaler.
Like that,
the melting and stuff like that. Yep. But other than that, it's like mostly Tim.
And then the teeth, he had the pointy teeth dentures.
Yep.
But he said because they eventually they were kind of going back and forth at one point and was questioning whether they should go with him or not. And it was Tim Curry that said, you're hiring me. Let me sell it. Yeah. And that was what kind of clicked for him. That we have Tim Curry. He's the clown. He's going to be the clown. And honestly, the same thing kind of happened in the newer It's with Bill Skarsgård. His makeup's a little scarier, but he still embodies that clown in a different way than Tim Curry did, but also a lot of the same,
Absolutely. But yeah, let's go through the cast of this movie. We got it's a pretty stacked cast, especially if you know some of these names. We have Jonathan Brandis as young Bill, who is probably at the time out of all the kids was the most well known. He would tragically pass away in 2003, but yeah, he was probably the most seasoned veteran of the child actors. The adult version of Bill is played by Richard Thomas, who I wasn't really familiar with him other than this movie. And then I watched a show called The Americans, which was a show that came out around 10-ish years ago that had, was it Kerry Russell in it? And he plays the FBI director in that. And I remember rewatching this movie years ago and I was like, oh, it's that guy. Boy, you're not great in this.
I know him from the Waltons.
That's right. That was something else that I had discovered, that he was in the Waltons. Yeah. Emily Perkins plays young Beverly Marsh. I don't know anything about her. And
she's in Ginger Snaps. She's the sister, one of the sisters in Ginger Snaps.
Oh, very cool. There we go. And we have Annette O'Toole as older Bev Marsh, she was in Superman 3. She also played Martha Kent in Smallville.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
Nice.
She did.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
And she's married to Michael McKean from This Is Spinal Tap, and he was in Better Call Saul.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was also in Laverne and Shirley. We have, I got to scroll all the way to the bottom here. Where's his name?
Don't scroll, dude. Don't.
No, I'm trying to find the kid who plays young. Oh, Brandon Crane as young Ben Haskam, and John Ritter, who plays Ben Haskam. If you don't know who John Ritter is, you live under a rock.
Yeah, go jump off a cliff.
Another one who just went too soon, man. Just went too soon.
I know.
It's crazy. It's been 20 years.
I grew up with him, and
so
then
did I.
it was so sad. I was so sad as a kid.
I watched that show weekly.
A Simple Rules.
The one that he died, that he was doing when he died. I was watching that weekly with my mom.
I was too. Yes, we watched that as a family.
Yep.
Oh man, R.I.P.
We have Seth Green as young Richie, another actor. If you don't know who Seth Green is, you live under a rock. Harry Anderson as Richie, as older Richie Tozier. Another actor who died way too soon. I think he was 56 when he passed away.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, tragically at the hands of his wife.
Just I believe. Oh, really?
Yeah, his ex-wife, they were separating. Yeah, she killed him. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
That's a true crime case.
Oh no, this was a different one. No, you're. I think you're. Are you thinking of the guy from SNL who was in a bunch of movies in the 90s? Okay, yeah.
Is that not him?
No, he died in 2018 of influenza, and he had strokes.
Oh, shit.
He was
Okay.
65.
They look alike, though.
A little bit, yeah. We have Adam Frizzle as young Eddie, and we have Dennis Christopher as older Eddie Kasprak. Jim Carrey was wanted for this role, for the older version of Eddie.
Really?
Interesting.
That would have been awkward as fuck.
But that's the thing. That was before he was big. This was still in living color, Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
That one guy was in Fade to Black,
seen-
that 80s movie. If you've seen it. Dennis Christopher.
Oh, okay. Marlon Taylor as young Mike Hanlon, and Tim Reed as older Mike. I know him as the father from Sister Sister.
Same, yeah. I watched that too.
I was like, oh, it's that guy.
I think it's
Oh, he
T
was-
and Tamara's dad.
Oh, he was also in that 70s show, which I watched a lot of growing up.
Same.
David Alan Grier was also considered to play Mike, which is another in living color like cast member. I love David Alan Grier. Love him so much. It would have been weird though. Another role where I was like, yeah, I feel like it fit. Like Tim Reed fit the role. And we have, where is the guy who played young Stan? What was his name? Ben Heller.
Ben Heller.
Played young Stanley Uris, and Richard Masser played older Stanley Uris. We have talked about him on the show as he played the guy who took care of the dogs in The Thing. I can't remember what his name, the character's name was.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Kurt Russell kills.
Yeah, he
Clark.
kills him because he thinks he was infected, but he wasn't.
Yeah,
He was coming up on him too, and he kind of asked for it in a lot of ways.
Yep, it was Clark. That was his name.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah,
Yep, I remember that.
That's our main cast, and we and of course we talked about him already. Tim Curry as Pennywise. I love it. It's just like guest starring Tim Curry as Pennywise. I was like, wow. Clearly, he just. I bet you he was just like, yeah, don't put me as like the main guy. Like, put me at the end. Let everybody else have their thing. And there's an actor in this movie that surprised me when I saw them, and I'm not going to mention them now. I'm going to mention them when we get to the part where they show up, because I was like, oh my god, that guy's in this movie. I forgot, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no budget for this movie. Well, there was a $12 million budget, but it doesn't have a box office because it didn't go to theaters because it was on television.
It made $2 or $3 at least.
Richard
Minimum.
Bellis, who was the composer for the movie or the miniseries. I gotta stop calling it a movie. It's not technically a movie. He was the composer. He won an Emmy for the score for this movie,
Oh, good.
Nice.
which is pretty cool. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think it's time we go into the very long plot of it. And we'll take a break at the break of part 1 and part 2 to give
Yeah, I
you
gotta
guys
rub one
a
out,
little intermission. Okay, Dan, we don't need to know this information. You keep that to your fucking self.
No, everybody
You
wants to know,
sick son of a bitch.
I don't want to know.
It's not
Yeah,
sick.
your wife doesn't even want to know about it, so keep it to yourself.
We've been married almost 20 years.
She still doesn't want to know about it.
Doesn't matter. I go crank one out if I want to. Yeah.
What? Congratulations.
Next month.
Listen, if
Thank
you're in a relationship with a man and you don't think that other person goes and does that, you're fucking oblivious.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, but I don't have to talk about it like
Parker's
on a
not a-
podcast.
What were all those
episode.
socks? Why all those socks end up in the washing machine?
You're still using
Just
the sock,
saying.
Dan? Just use fucking
Just-
toilet
it's-
paper, paper towels.
Listen.
Come on, bro. What are we doing?
That's
What are you,
creative.
16?
Come on,
You could just
bro.
wash
He
it.
said
You
it
could wa- I'm being environmentally conservative. This dude's like, fuck it, throw it in the garbage.
It's paper. Just burn
It
it.
doesn't. We don't need more of it. Oh, just flush it.
All right, back to
Diana, how are you
Environmentally
doing?
oh my god. What is happening right now? I don't know. All right,
I'm
are we
trying to
ready?
save
Are we
the
ready?
planet with my jizz?
The first episode of season 4 is off without a hitch, right? Okay, here we
Let's do it,
go.
let's do it.
Do we remember how to do this?
God,
Yeah.
It is time to dissect
Dissect
that
that.
film. Remember,
I'm glad.
we all float down here.
Yes.
We do.
The movie opens we're in Derry, Maine, and we're passing the Paramount, which is an old theater in the town, and we meet Tricycle Girl, which I swear they took this scene, and when they made Monster House, it's the same Tricycle Girl. Have you ever seen Monster House?
It's been a-
It's like it's a weird like motion capture animated film. I watch it every Halloween. I recommend
Oh,
it.
I've seen the cover. Of
Yeah,
it, but I haven't watched it.
The animation is kind of out of date, but it's still a good time. But there's a scene in the beginning of that movie where there's a little girl riding her tricycle in front of this like haunted house, and it reminded me of this scene. I was like, oh shit, I wonder if whoever directed that movie took influence of that just for that little scene.
Maybe.
And she's singing Itsy Bitsy Spider, and she literally, her mom is collecting the laundry, and the little girl's like, oh, I wonder what's going on over there. She hears like a creepy ass laugh. And instead of just being like, Mommy, I'm scared, and running away, she's like, I wonder what that. And it's like, then you see like flashes of Pennywise's face, and you're like, all right, let's go a little closer to that. To the point where we get a first person shot of something attacking her. And then the mom comes out and she's not there, and she gets concerned. But then she, I guess, discovers the body, because Pennywise only like took like the thing about it, right, was that like he would take the whole body and then they would like find him later and like in the sewer. But like the fact he just like bit her arm off, or he just took a bite of her and was just like, okay, peace. And then the mom was like,
She didn't taste good.
I guess not.
These kids and their damn sweets.
I wonder if it was just for the sake of the miniseries. Or
Maybe.
just to kind of like, I don't know, because there was one scene like whenever the cop's supposed to bring up Georgie's body and he's supposed to be missing an arm, and the actress who played her said they spent all day of her doing takes.
Oh, you're talking
screaming.
about the Bill and Georgie's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like after the fact. So I wonder if they kind of toned, I don't know, like maybe finding the body gives the parents some sort of closure as
Yeah,
opposed to not like them just being a missing child, if you will. I don't know. I'm thinking about the 90s and TV, that kind of thing. Because they changed, some other stuff because of the time period too.
I don't know how much closure I'm gonna have if like I discover my dead child and then like we don't know what the fuck happened. Like we don't know.
Hey,
like,
motherfucker, I want that arm back.
But
yeah,
I would rather at least know than not know.
true. Yeah, I guess it's like,
I
well, at least we
Wonder-
have.
the
We
oh my gosh, the wondering would eat me alive.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess 6 kids are missing, and Mike Hanlon is there, and he says, "Man, it's terribly. It's just he says terrible," and I was like, "Excuse me, can you say that again?"
Gerbil?
Terribly, like Charles Barkley. When you would say terrible, he was terrible.
Turble. Yeah.
And
It's my gerbil. His name's Turble.
Yeah.
Got it.
Then he finds a picture of Georgie, and we go, "Who's Georgie?"
Jorge.
Yeah, we go, "Who's that?" I don't know. We're watching this for the first time, right?
I know that child.
So this is when he's like, I need to call the others. I need to tell them what's going on. And I was like, and I forgot that it was this early that everyone is told, like when he calls all the adults. I thought like, because of course the way that the newer movies do it is like the first movie is the kids, the second movie is the adults. Like the miniseries, like the whole first half is like intertwined between the kids and the adults. There's a lot more kid stuff than the adult stuff in the first part, but you get a lot of adult stuff. And it was like, it was kind of off-putting. I was like, I don't remember this. I don't remember Mike having to call them 5 minutes into this. But
Yeah, that's how the book goes. And it doesn't like tell you, hey, we're doing flashbacks right now. So it's like confusing sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just throw it in there in the middle of another thought. And you're like, wait, okay, now we're here.
Yo,
It's the drugs.
You'd have like a 50-page flashback to an event that happened in Mike's life outside of what's going on. Like I remember getting to that part of the book, like, what? Oh my God, it just doesn't end. He's at the slaughterhouse. What is happening?
Yeah.
I want to move on. And we then are in England and we meet Bill and his awful ponytail. Golly, cut that thing off.
I've never.
Terrible.
No.
So he's writing a book. He's an author. And he then is interrupted by his wife. And I went, fuck is that? And then they go downstairs and they start talking. I was like, is that Olivia Hussey?
Mm-hmm.
Black Christmas's Olivia Hussey?
Yep.
What?
Oh, shit, it is.
Yeah. And we talked about her daughter, and as she was the hybrid vampire werewolf thing from the Underworld movies. I can't remember the actress's name. That's her daughter.
Yeah, one of the later ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I literally was watching this movie going, I did not even know she was in this movie. I do not remember Olivia Hussey being in this movie, but you know what? She's there, and I will never complain about seeing her.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
And Mike calls him, and when he's talking to him, you find out that he had a stutter, because the stutter comes back as soon as he starts talking to Mike. And yeah, and then we go back in time to 1960. They don't tell you what years we're in, but technically the adult timeline is in 1990 and the child timeline is 1960, because the book is 27 years, but the miniseries they wanted to do 30. All right, sure, whatever.
Easier to add. People are dumb.
The other movies would do the 27-year split, and even with Welcome to Derry, they go by the 27-year timeline.
As it should be.
Which is really
Yes.
funny, because it definitely 100% had to have been done on purpose. The fact that we got we got It Chapter 1 27 years after this.
No.
Yeah, came out in 2017.
Okay.
27
I
years.
wonder how long it was in development. How long was it in development before it was released? Or how before it was greenlit to where I wonder if they could be like, oh, we're coming up on the anniversary. This
shit.
works. Let's push it till this point.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel
It
like
could have just
had
been
to
a
have
witchy things too.
It could have been, but I'm going to say
If it
was
was, that's
bad.
insane. Witchy things. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody was keeping up with it.
so. We are with little stuttering Bill and his little brother Georgie, and
cute.
he's making a boat, and he's got to cover it with paraffin, but it's in the basement, and the basement's scary.
It
as,
is.
As I'm sitting
They
in my
are scary.
basement right now.
Basements are fucking scary.
They
when
can
you're a
be.
kid, especially
Yeah.
dark, questionable basements.
Especially like older houses, like
yes.
houses like pre 1900, like where it's just like cobblestone, or it's just like rock walls and dirt.
yes, like old shitty houses,
And it's like
oh
one
my
light
God.
in the middle of the room. You're just like, and you have to run all the way over there to click it because there's no switch.
Exactly.
You're
How
literally
our
like creeping down the
basement's set up.
stairs.
Yes.
You're
And
like,
the stairs make noise.
Yes.
you're
I
like
mean, we've
seeing
got-
shadows and stuff. And you're like, oh no.
Like our walls are I guess block and cement, but it's like the power goes out. I'm not going down in the basement.
Oh,
I
dude,
will
that'd be
fucking
sweet.
not. Well, fucking not. Like my
So-
papa had he when he built this house, because he worked in the garden and on the railroad a lot, so he would come home and go into the basement to shower instead of bringing it into the house. So there's a shower
sense.
built like in the foundation and like wall in the basement. I don't know if that's necessarily describing it right, but it's built into the wall, and it's like I used to shower down there when I was a kid, and it was like showering in a damn cave. It was it's
Listen.
wild.
Anna,
Yes.
if your power ever goes out long term, just call us. We'll come down. We'll have an adventure in your basement. It sounds fucking swell.
We're going on an adventure. Dan just shows up.
Several hours drive. We're just gonna get there.
Dan has like a helmet with a light on it.
I
I'm
got him.
ready.
Oh, we need to get you
I
a
got
miner's
him.
helmet.
I got that. I got Helmer. I got like multiple. I could PPE. I could do the whole thing, dude.
Hell yeah. Have some fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you'll be going down first.
Yeah,
saying?
it makes sure everything's clear.
Hey guys, it's fine, and I just get pulled.
And me and Angela go, nope, and walk
Yep.
back
Yep.
upstairs.
That's the smart thing to
It's
do.
like-
Not enough people do that
So
shit.
you're running away, and it's like,
That
what about Dan? He's gone. Move on.
Just-
Get out of there.
Hi,
As she's
Save
running,
yourself.
tosses the
Save
wedding ring
yourself.
behind.
nice knowing you.
Oh god.
Yeah, you're on your
Oh.
own, man.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
When Bill has to tell Georgie that he's got to get the paraffin in the basement, did you hear the audible gulp from Georgie?
Yes.
It was great. So yeah, Bill's sick, and so he can't go outside with Georgie and hang out with him with his boat. You get the whole thing where he like kisses her. He's like, "Ooh, you gave me cuties."
Yep.
Like, oh my god,
Gross.
remember that cooties? Wild times.
Cuties.
Boys have cooties.
It still
What is
hasn't
the
gone
origin?
away, dude.
I need to look up the origin of cooties. If it was like this
It's
weird
STDs, dude.
influenza thing or some sort of epidemic, and it just like turned into a joke.
It's STDs.
I bet it was a slang. Yeah,
Really?
somebody probably
is.
made it up for a slang.
No,
about-
it is like no,
something.
like I seriously have always equated it to STDs. Like as adults, we're like, STDs are bad. We got to think of a way to kids not to do shit to one another. So let's just say people got cooties. Like boys have
All right.
cooties. Plus, it teaches sexual discrimination.
That's not
Okay,
something.
wait, no.
What?
Cooties originated
Fucking
as World War I soldiers' slang for body loss, likely from the Malay word kutu, or a reference to the parasite-infested coot bird, and evolved into a popular children's playground myth for imaginary germs, often linked to the opposite sex, with games and cootie shots becoming common cultural phenomena.
Dude,
There you go.
crabs are lice. It's
Yes.
STDs. It's
Okay, that's
all
fair.
there. It's me. It's
I
the,
give you a
with the
half
board
point.
with the lines and the
Yeah,
pins.
that's all you get.
It's
half
all
point.
STDs, which isn't an STD. Crabs is a parasitic infection. But that's not the point.
It's a shoe, either way. Shoe.
What?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sorry, Parker.
no, you're good.
What the fuck?
I was
What
letting you
about
guys
a
go.
Shoo.
Oh yeah, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, like
Oh,
that's a
like,
shoe. If it's gross,
where
shoe.
you ain't from the South, so you
Fucking obviously, like I've stated this before. I speak corn. That's it. Like that's what I do.
It's
That's
corn.
my people.
See,
big
if you
lump
ever
now.
hear somebody, yeah,
It's got the juice. It's got the juice. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
yes.
Oh my
Yes,
God, you need
have.
to
Oh
watch
my
it.
gosh.
It's so good.
Have I?
Yes.
It gets to the point where like
Yeah.
my entire family
gotta
just
help
starts
me.
singing it. It's great. So this
Well,
is
we
one.
sang.
Oh,
Oh,
go
never
ahead.
mind.
No, go ahead.
We were in the grocery store singing "You Could Be a Big Pig Too."
All right.
Just
There
walking
was
around,
a big pig squishmallow. That's
Like,
when I needed one.
not being quiet.
Oh.
We're just singing. She's talking about you're yanking for some bacon. We're just singing it. I'm like, I bet people are staring at us, but I don't give a fuck. We're just-
Welcome.
Ford
Um,
makes scenes all the time.
So we then get probably one of the most iconic scenes from the miniseries and the movies is the Georgie Pennywise encounter in the sewer. And I was 100% this kid though, where I would make something and I would find like either a stream or like even this. I've done this before where you get something and you put it there and you see how far it goes. But the
Yeah.
difference is this movie made sure if that thing went into a sewer drain, I turn my ass around and I go home.
Yep.
Right back home.
Also,
Mhm.
I feel like even before this movie came out, I don't think if I was like wandering along and like my toy went down into the sewer drain and then a fucking clown just pops up, I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, what's up? Like, can I have
Right?
my toy back? Like, no, I'm not doing that, even at that age. It's like,
Going
oh, but
home.
they're children, like they're young and impressionable. Come on.
Fuck that.
Come
Come on.
That's why
He's
you
in
teach
the
them.
sewer. I love though. I can't remember. What does he say is the reason he's in the sewer? I can remember the 2017 version of like what he says, why he's in there.
Socioeconomic disparity.
Yeah, he was like he got his house got foreclosed on. That was the only place he could live. Yeah,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ain't no
That
money
makes
for a
lot of
clown
sense.
in this town.
But
He said no. He says there's cotton candy and rides and all sorts of surprises.
Yeah,
down
like-
here.
Georgie, turn
I don't
around,
think-
get
I don't-
out of there.
Yeah, I don't think this Georgie asks him why are you in there.
Yeah.
I think the 2017 does, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he just wants.
What's he
Yeah, he
say?
does.
I don't know.
He says that the circus got blown, like there was a storm and it blew him into the storm
Right.
drain.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
And-
Georgie's just thinking to himself, like, it's a foolproof explanation.
yeah.
Right.
The thing is
No
what we
question.
talked about is like Tim Curry is I think a better clown, so he's more like charming, I guess. I mean, I've never been into clowns. I mean, I've loved like clowns in movies and like horror clowns, and like the Joker is like one of my favorite like all time media characters. You know, but as a kid, like clowns were always creepy as hell. Like
Yes.
they just always had that creep factor, and I don't remember if it was because I saw this at a young age or what it was, but they never appealed to me. Like they were never like, I can't wait to go to the circus and see the clowns. Like that wasn't
Oh, yeah.
the thing I was looking forward to.
No,
So-
no.
no. It's all Ronald McDonald's fault
It is.
for sitting on
True.
the bench outside of McDonald's. Just
No, he was
staring.
always looking
Oh.
at me.
I will tell
That's
you
a
this.
good
Oh,
point.
boy.
I never
I'll tell you
wanted to
this
go
right-
sit with them on that bench. Sorry, Dan.
No.
No.
Listen, I will tell you this right now. If, barring the gentleman was still alive, just say hypothetically, if Tim Curry pulled up in front of my house in a late 70s Chevrolet grabber wagon, anyway, a van, and it just had roughly spray him dressed as Pennywise, roughly spray painted free sesame cake, I'd get in. He'd convince me. I'd be like, all right, dude, let's roll.
I don't think he'll be driving anytime
All
soon.
right. No.
Unfortunately.
He had a couple strokes and he is wheelchair bound for the rest of his life. But yeah, he's still around. He made it to the 50th anniversary of Rocky Horror.
Oh, I thought
which was a big deal. So
man, that picture of him on set with the blanket and the umbrella and the cigarette.
Yes,
is a mood.
I need that framed in my room.
Yes,
like, fuck a movie poster. I want Tim Curry as Pennywise with the blanket, umbrella, cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
There you go.
So good. So.
But yeah, we get to see the sharp teeth from Pennywise as he, you have to assume he takes Georgie into the drain. It's an iconic scene, and it was good that they paid, that they did it in the newer movie, because I feel like it would just been out of place if they didn't. Like, where the fuck is the drain scene? And to be honest, it's really good. So this one, Georgie is found. As Anna was stating earlier, there was a scene that was filmed, and then it was ultimately cut, where the police find Georgie's body and they bring it to his mother. And she, of course, is like distraught because he's dead and he's missing his arm. And I guess they did a lot of takes on it, and it never saw the light of day. I don't even think you can actually, there's no special features on this Blu-ray. It's just the commentary track. I don't think they actually ever released it.
I don't think so either. I don't know of any unaired footage, scene wise, that was shot of the miniseries that's anywhere.
So we got the funeral for Georgie. They go home. Bill's looking through a photo album, and the oh my lord, words. Photo album winks at him. The picture of Georgie winks at him. He drops it, starts to bleed. The parents come in. There's blood everywhere, but the parents don't see the blood. They're just very distraught. Like, Bill's dad's just like, do not come in this goddamn room again. I swear to God, do not come in this room. And the mom's like, oh, she puts the photo album back. And you're like, wow, man, poor fucking Georgie. His middle name was Elmer. Poor kid. I'm sorry. You name your kid Elmer. I mean, I guess it's the middle name, so it's not that big of a deal, but like, come on. Like, we couldn't have done better there.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. So, what the hell is this note?
Is that a cue?
Oh, he does the weird face touch before it transitions back to adult. Yeah. Like,
that's
it's so weird, like
awkward.
It's so slow.
I don't like that. What is going on? So now
that face touch, and there's another one later that I'm like, that is so.
There is some weird moments between characters too, where it's like, what is going on here? Why is everybody so touchy?
It looks so uncomfortable, and it's like, that person does not do that in real life.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh, the hand touch was awkward as shit. Like, he just is like,
oh, and it just
why are you doing
on
this?
it, like
soap opera once again.
Yes.
Before rewatching this movie, I actually checked out the Pennywise Story of It documentary that came out a couple years ago, which is really good. It's pretty much got a lot of actors who are still around to do the
I'd say
the doc,
90% of them.
And Tim Curry's in it as well. Talk about Pennywise.
Nice.
And it's a really good documentary. And Richard Thomas, who plays older Bill, was like, I really hope they don't put my mole on Jonathan Brandis. And they ended up putting the mole. You could see on Jonathan Brandis's face, it's like a slight black spot on his face because Richard Thomas has a mole on his face, or at least had one at the time.
Yeah.
All right.
Which I thought was pretty funny. So yeah, we're in New York City now, and we meet Ben Hascom. He's an architect, a very drunk architect, because he won an award and he breaks it, and he just doesn't give a shit. So clearly he's really good at his job.
Just throw it in the pile.
And he's got a lady with him. And I love that he's making out with this lady, and the first thing he's going to mention is the fact that he used to be fat. And I was like, I don't think that's a thing you'd really need to talk about when you're about to have sex with this woman, but okay.
Listen.
Yeah.
No, listen. He did it all wrong. The layup is wrong. He's just got like, listen, lady, I'm going to tell you what. Back in the day, you used to be really fat. Thankfully, I worked hard and it went away. But don't worry, my dick's still huge. Like, it would have been like, it's right there. It's right there. It doesn't even do it.
No. You're right. He doesn't
Just
do
saying.
that. That is a pro move right there.
Oh, it's a no. He literally dropped the ball.
Well, the thing is he mentions it because she's like, "Oh, you're so smart," and it's like, "Oh, in your body," because he's like, "Oh, your body," and she's like, "Oh, your body." He's like, "Yeah, I used to be fat," and I was like, "All right, dude."
Why?
I feel like it's
Vomit.
unnecessary that you had to bring that up.
No.
Like, is this like your girlfriend, or is this just like a one night stand? Like, what are we doing?
Oh, he slept with a lot of ladies,
Oh,
that.
Escort
absolutely.
service.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that was the case.
No.
So Mike calls and he immediately sobers up. He gets that call and he's just like, "Oh, what? All right, I'm gonna go to the top of the building now and potentially end it all. I don't want to do this." And we get
I honestly thought he was going to take himself out on the phone cord that's hanging from the ceiling.
this apartment is wild. It's just like a concrete block of just things all over the place. Oh man. So yeah, we go back in time and we meet Ben, and he's the new kid, and immediately gets bullied by Henry Bowers, who is possibly the worst person ever. Like this.
Yep.
Oh my Lord. Like he's known this kid for like
this?
2 seconds and he's like, "You fucking dead, fat kid." And you're like,
Yeah, he's the worst.
Where do these people live?
Derry, Maine.
Derry man.
Apparently,
Yeah.
like we all just encounter people like this. They're just going to like ice you in fucking school.
Yeah. Boy. Yeah, Henry Bowers is a character who is always been portrayed as just an absolute piece of garbage. And it was one of those things where in the book you get kind of like an explanation of like why he is the way he is because his dad is very abusive. And like pretty much like he was abused a lot by his father to the point where he would just inflict the same pain to other people to kind of make himself feel better. Yeah, exactly. But the miniseries didn't want to dive into that, so it's just you're just watching going, yeah, this guy just fucking sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's justified to do what he does because he also is abused, which is also not okay, but it's like, all right. I mean, you're just a shitty character. You're a shitty person. You suck. Mm-hmm. And his friends are no better. But Ben's got an eye for the girl in class, Beverly Marsh. He's got and she's got the eyes for him too, even though later she'll have the eyes for somebody else. So like this kid literally is attacked by Henry Bowers on the first day of school, like his first day of school. He is grabbed and literally he's going to carve his first initial into his stomach, which you never see. Actually, it doesn't happen in this one. But he like is able to escape him. He gets pushed down the hill and is able to hide in the Barrens, which I thought was the other place, but I guess this is the Barrens and the other place is just the sewers. I got him confused. But he hides in a drain pipe, and then Henry Bowers and his cronies end up finding Bill and Eddie building a dam, and they just wander over and there's like, yeah, fuck you, dam. Just start kicking and shit.
Yeah, just being assholes.
Yeah. And then they knock Eddie to the ground and he's got asthma. He's having an asthma attack and Henry's like, okay, bitch, and just gets out of there. And Ben comes out of the pipe and is like, hey, you guys good? And Bill's like, I gotta go get his other inhaler. I'll be back. You just hang out with him.
Keep an eye on him.
Yeah. I just love though that they like talk about their dead dads. That's like the subject of conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, your dad's dead? Oh, my dad's dead. Wow, we got something in common.
Over something.
High five. Yeah.
Yep.
We just become best friends.
Yeah,
we did.
I can't remember if Eddie mentions how his dad died, but I know that Ben's dad died in Korea.
I think it mentions it in the book. I just can't remember how that is.
I didn't even read the whole book. I think I got halfway through it. One day I will read the whole book.
I just can't. My brain can't remember every detail of everything.
I mean, there's
Especially about
1,200 pages of that book.
Especially about books.
Yeah.
That's true too.
I listened to an audio book of it, the audio version, and it was, I always listen to them faster.
I do too. I go one
I
more
listen to
time.
podcasts like that too.
Oh,
It
really?
was still 10 hours, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can listen to this through a whole shift at work.
I don't listen to it
My
that
earbuds
fast.
died. Well, my earbuds died faster then the book was read. I was like, this is
Dang.
I listen to podcasts at like 1.25 speed, which is like,
yeah.
it's not super fast.
okay.
It's like a comfortable speed. So when I listen to things like outside of what I listen to, it always sounds so slow because I'm so used to listening to all these shows
Yes.
at a certain speed. So when I go, so like if I listen to somebody's show on like Patreon, they'll drop like their show there and I listen to it and you can't change the speed sometimes. So I have to listen to a normal speed and I'm like, man, this sounds so slow. Why are they talking so slow?
I'm
That's
afraid
why
if I did that
like that
with
little
podcasts. Yeah, I'm afraid with podcasts I'd get too used to it, and because I do that with
Yeah.
voice messages. If I send a voice message or I receive one, I always listen to it faster. So if it plays at 1, it sounds like they're talking real slow.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
go get to the point.
Yep.
Yeah, get to your point. That's it.
Yes, I always play TikToks faster. I'll hold that. Like, ooh, let's go
Mhm.
fast.
Yeah, it's just how it's always been for me, especially because I listen to a lot of podcasts that have long episodes. So I'm like, I don't want it to be like super fast. Like if you go from 1.25 to 1.5, it is a significant difference. And I'm just like, oh no, turn it back down. I can't, like, I feel like they're like speed talking for me.
I like 1.5 with audiobook. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything faster is like, whoa, that's too much.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be smart and played it too, and I was like, I don't even know what you're saying anymore.
Yeah, I can't. My brain can't comprehend it. It's just hearing words going in one ear and out the other.
Shout out to people that listen at one speed, I guess. Like I just listen at normal speed. Nothing against people who do. I'm just like, or change it or go faster. I just listen to one.
I just
try to stretch them out because I only have so many podcasts to listen to. So, you know, if you got a bunch, it's different. I'm like, just play.
1.25, I feel is
man.
like a perfect speed. Like it,
No,
like
it's
in my
fine.
opinion, because it's not too
Oh,
fast
absolutely.
and it's not too slow.
Yeah, no, of course.
I'm like, okay, let's get this over.
No, I just figure I'm
anything,
pushing
it
the machine.
says,
My carpet ain't going nowhere.
Maybe it
so
says
it's
we
like,
all need to slow down a little bit. Slow
Maybe.
things
Let's do
down.
this.
But then I'm
Maybe.
like, no, I don't have enough time in the
I don't have
day.
enough time. I need
Yeah.
to listen at the
Yeah.
1.25. I can't stop it.
No, I know. It's good. Did you do what you got to do, bro?
Remember, Porky Pig stutters, not Donald Duck.
Yeah, wait,
Or
wait,
who was the other one? Or who did he say? Wasn't it Daffy Duck?
Daffy Duck.
I think he did. I was like, wait, what?
Or Elmer.
Oh no, it was Elmer Fudd.
Elmer.
He's like, no,
yeah,
no, no.
Elmer.
He says Porky Pig stutters. It's like, yeah, he's right.
Done by the same voice actor.
Yep. You also find out Ben's cousin's a douche. He's a bully. He's trying to write a poem to Bev, and he picks it up and reads it, and he's like, and then they have the whole thing where he fucking throws his cousin on the bed and just starts beating the shit out of him.
That's so good.
And the mom
deserved it.
walks in, she's like, "You're a troublemaker, Ben." And the cousin's like, "Yeah, if it were for fucking Jesus, you wouldn't be here."
Mom says we're only here because it's our Christian duty.
Yeah, I was like, God, this I can't stand this. I can't stand it. So yeah, Ben goes back to the Baron and he hears his dad's voice, and he goes and like in the middle of this pond, he sees his dad sitting there like, "Hey Ben, hey buddy," and like I don't know like how the magic of Pennywise works. Like I know he's supposed to like show you your greatest fear, and that's how he like feeds off of you. But like your dad is dead. Like he's dead. Like how long has he been dead for? We don't know. But if I'm like in the woods in a new town where my dad never lived, and he just shows up in the middle of a pond, do you think I'm just like, "Dad, is that you? Why are you standing in the middle of that pond?" Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. I see that point.
I do love the
Dead
trade.
dad of the lake. What wisdom do you have for us?
Tell me what I'm doing wrong, dead dad in the lake. But I do like the transition where as he continues, he's got like the balloons, and then slowly the pom-poms start showing up on his jacket, and then he just turns
Yep.
straight up into Pennywise. And I love his motions where it's like he moves with his wave and he's holding the balloons. Ah, man, Tim Curry's Pennywise is still fucking gold. So, and then the corpse just pops out of the water. It's like, "Hey, Ben. Hey, buddy." And then nothing happens with that. I was like, okay. I thought something more was going to happen where like it was going to like chase him, but instead it just like crawls out and just grabs him and is just like, "Hey. And then it just cuts to the next scene. You're like, okay. We are now with adult Bev and her terribly controlling husband or
Piece of shit.
boyfriend, I guess, in this one. And you find out she's a designer. and he also works with her, and they're meeting with like like a Japanese design company to sell things. I don't know what the hell is happening here, but he sucks. This guy sucks on every level, and it just gets worse because he literally the secretary like comes in and says, hey, you got a call. She's like, oh, okay, yeah. And the guy's like, no, you're not gonna take that call. You're gonna do this, that, and the other. And she's just like, okay, I'm sorry. Fucking Jesus Christ, man. I can't. It sucks because I've seen these type of relationships in my life, like even growing up, where you just see like absolutely just controlling pieces of shit, and it happens on both sides. It's not just like, it's not always just the guy to the woman, which I mean most of the time it is, but it can happen both ways. And I've seen it the opposite way, where it was just like,
I see it all the time at work.
Fucking puppet, just like, you do what as I say, and the other person's like, it's either comfort, or it's like they're just comfortable with it, or they're scared, which most of the time it's scared. Being scared, it just sucks. But I mean, this is the path that Bev takes in pretty much every version of her story, is the fact that she lives her life in what she feared the most as a kid, which we find out is her dad. The fact that like her dad was a piece of shit and controlling, and so that was kind of the guys that she would attract, and this guy is the worst.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So she gets the call from Mike, and she like the boyfriend leaves to get some champagne, then he comes back, she's packing, and she knows what's coming. She knows this dude's gonna flip a lid, and he smacks her, and she stands up for herself, which is always a good thing to see, where she takes it, and she's just like, fuck you, and fucking, I don't remember what she throws at him, but she fucking domes him with something.
Glass ashtray.
Yeah, that's
glass ashtray. Yeah, it knocks him right on the dome.
Right in the fucking forehead. And she leaves, and it's always you're nothing without me, Beth. You're nothing without me. Even though literally I think the company is named after her.
Goodbye.
So we're back with young Bev, and she gets the postcard from Ben. And I just hope Ben's just hiding in the bushes across the street, like
watching her get it like a creeper.
And who discovers it but Dad? Dad comes around the corner. He's like, Bev, what you got there? She's like, oh, here you go. And he freaking reads it, and he's just like, you been hanging out with them boys? It's like, not my little girl. Just rips it up and throws it at her. And then young Bev stands up to her dad too. She's pretty much like, I'm getting out of here. And like runs away from him and like squats down in a bush. And Ben just kind of like casually walks up, like, hey, you good? Like, want to like hang out sometime? It's like, seems like a bad time, dude, but all right. I mean, you're trying. And then
read the room, bro.
Yeah, but then Ben's like, hey, you should meet the rest of my friends. And so they go meet the rest of the loser club. And she sees Bill, and she's like, I like that boy.
Mitten.
That's my boy right there. And Ben's like, damn it.
I know. Poor Ben.
But then we meet the last two losers, which is Stanley Uris and Richie Tozier. I love Seth Green. I do. I don't like him in this role. I've never been a fan of this version of Richie. It's just too much. And I hate the beep beep Richie, which I guess is in the book as a way for them to pretty much tell him to stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they say it, where I feel like it was more impactful when Pennywise would do it. But the fact that they use it so often in this miniseries, it just like, it got old. I was like, I'm done listening to beep beep. Beep beep Richie. All right, dude.
Beep beep I'm a sheep.
So they have like a cool montage where they build a dam. I was like, all right, this is cool. Like, we're just
it's a nice dam.
Just for this cop
hanging out.
Just for this cop to show up and be like, what are you doing? You can't be doing this. You gotta destroy that thing.
You can't obstruct or alter the flow of any moving body of water in the state of Tennessee. Or not in Tennessee. I'm just saying you cannot do that.
I feel like it's probably most places.
Probably. But you can't do it here. I know for sure.
The beavers are the only ones that are allowed. And most of the time they try to find a way to break up beaver dams.
Yep. Start explosives.
It's that scene in Anaconda.
Yeah,
that just rolls in the way.
Beavers on you.
Not the beavers.
That'd be sweet.
Just little beavers.
Yep. Oh, they're digging into my
It's
skin.
like biting my
It's like
finger.
the beavers, little beavers are like the scarabs from the Mummy. Like they like burrow in your skin. Oh, what is happening?
What are? Am I
What
high?
are you?
Am I high? I think I'm so high right now. Oh God! But this cop is super Irish. He's like, "Hey, I'm not even going to attempt to do an Irish accent," but he just comes down. It's like, "God damn, we're in Maine, but God damn." They got an Irish actor. Like, "Hey, do you think you could do like just an American accent?" He's like, "I could try." And just
I probably
does.
just grabbed him from another set and was like, "Hey, can we borrow you for a day?"
Yeah.
Yep.
He didn't try very hard, or he just did not care. So yeah, Bev. So everybody goes home. Ben brings Bev home. Bill's there too, and Bill rides away on Silver, which is his bike, and Ben walks away. And then she goes, "I burned there too," thinking Bill wrote the letter or wrote the poem on the postcard. And Ben again is just like, "Oh man." And my wife
Ben.
laughed every time that line was mentioned. I burn there too. She's like, "What is this? What is happening?"
I wish you would lean back. Like, I think they make a cream for that.
Yeah.
Like, because he has no idea. Like,
Go down to the pharmacy where Eddie gets his inhalers.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just a placebo. A gazebo?
Yes. Yes.
These are gazebos. What the fuck?
Oh, so that night, Bev.
I'll take it.
That night, Bev is in her bathroom and she starts hearing voices in the drain, and it's literally like all the kids that have disappeared or are dead, and you hear the line, "We float there too. You float there too." Just a creepy ass line. But then we get the balloon that like fills up in the sink and then explodes and blood gets everywhere. And she freaks out and she goes tells her dad, and her dad goes in the bathroom but can't see the blood. So he's very confused of what she's freaking out about. And yeah, you just realize that like Pennywise is able to manipulate scenarios where like only the kids can see the blood or, the certain situations that are going on. So we go to adult Eddie, and in this version, he still lives with his mom, and but he owns a limo business. Because he talks about, and he does like high end jobs, because he talks about like a Pacino job.
Mm-hmm.
And also, so this miniseries has like the reveal, which I guess I'll mention, the fact that Eddie's a virgin. There is, when I watch the scene with him and this driver, I get a vibe that him and this driver have a thing.
Yeah. Maybe.
I do. And maybe it's just me, but it's just like, it's very subtle. Like the way they look at each other. Especially the driver to Eddie. And I think that's like, it was one of those things where maybe it was written that way. And then when it got to the end, instead of him being like, "I'm gay," it's, "I'm a virgin." Is like, okay. I mean, it was 1990. It was still a weird time for the LGBTQ community and like the AIDS epidemic and all the things that were kind of going on back then. So maybe it was just like, yeah, maybe this wouldn't be the best thing to do. I kind of wish they did, but I don't know. Did you pick up on that, Anna, with those two
No,
characters? Okay.
No.
Am I the only one? Did you guys pick up on that, like in any way?
Not really.
Okay. I guess it's just me. All right. Moving on.
The radar was going off.
It was. I don't know. It was just. I mean, maybe it was just the way the acting was going, but it was like a subtle little thing. I was just like, oh, maybe. I mean, nothing plays into it.
Radar.
Yeah, when he, even when he drops him off, it's just like he has like a goodbye type, like the way that they kind of say goodbye to each other. It was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I
maybe.
guess that's a little odd now that you point that part out, like when he's saying goodbye. But no, other than that, maybe it was just him, like him feeling like, oh, well, this might be the last time I see anybody from
True.
home.
Yeah.
Let alone my own limo driver.
Yeah, my best friend, limo driver, man. I don't even know if we ever heard his name. But we're back in 1960. There's a scary movie playing at the theater. I think it was I Was a Teenage Werewolf, which was an actual movie. But the version that you see on the screen is not the actual movie. It was the one that they filmed for this. And Richie decides to pour popcorn and soda all over Henry Bowers and his goons. And I'm like, even I'm going, that seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
100%.
And we see the scary part of the Barons. And what? I don't know what the hell that note says. Handwriting, terrible. Mama Casbrack. Oh, because they go, it shows like Eddie going home and his mom comes out and he's like, she's pretty much saying like, you can't hang out with these kids anymore because they're dangerous, because they had gone to, because they were hanging out at the Barons and all that. And she found out about it. But you also find out that like he does it, like he's a germaphobe. He doesn't take showers at school. And like, his mom is like filling his head up with just bullshit. And the gym teacher literally is like, you need to take a shower. Like you take a shower after gym class. And
Wash your ass.
Yeah, wash your ass. It stinks.
Yep.
And yeah, we get the shower scene where like it comes alive. It feels very like Nightmare on Elm Street. Like all of the the sprayers like start extending out and they're like really hot and they're like chasing him around the showers. And then we hear Pennywise's voice in the drain, talk about how he's going to come up and pay him a visit. And we get the awesome stop motion effect of him extending the drain and popping out.
That was nice.
I love it. Yeah. It was like, what was he? Oh, he calls him what does he call him? A sissy boy?
Something like that.
Yeah. So Richie is doing terrible jokes on a talk show. This is adult Richie. Literally,
they're fucking awful.
They're terrible. They're all like, not one of them was funny. I was like, what is this? Was this comedy back in the 90s? Like, what the fuck?
Some of it, yeah.
It's awful. Terrible. So Mike calls and of course he freaks out, as they all do. But they're like celebrating a great talk show appearance. They're like drinking champagne and like there's a party going on. It was great. I was like, really? That was a good time? Okay, sure, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, guys. Yeah.
We're selling it, yeah.
We're back to young Richie, and he is down, or he dumps his tray of food onto Henry Bowers and then runs into the teacher, which then gets the teacher all dirty. And then he tells Richie to go down into the basement to get things to clean it up. He goes down there and a werewolf's down there and attacks him. I thought the werewolf looked pretty good. It's pretty decent effect.
Yeah.
And then the werewolf turns into Pennywise. And he just beep, beep, Richie. Because that's all we hear.
I like when he says it, though. When Pennywise says it, it's okay.
It's more effective when Pennywise says it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So they're back at the Barons again, and they're looking at. Were they looking at the book at this point, at the photo book, or was that later? Because we haven't met Mike yet. So
no, yeah, it's not till Mike.
They talk about like what they want to do when they grow up, and I can't remember everything that they said. I actually can't remember what anybody wanted to do. But this is when the cop shows up to tell them that they have to destroy the dam, and also warn them that another kid went missing. So they need to probably get the hell out of here and stick together. So Bev's dad is the janitor of the school, which I forgot about. I don't think he is in the movies, but he has. But when Richie has to go down to the basement, he's going to go visit Mr. Marsh, who's the janitor, but he's not there. So that's what makes him go to the basement and then get attacked by the werewolf. But he does the beep, beep, Richie. And then he's like, we all float down here. And we all float down here. I love it. I love all the hand motions and like this, how animated Tim Curry is being Pennywise. It makes it so much more enjoyable than like everything else, because everything else is just kind of okay, like performance wise. Like kids and adult actors in this movie are just like, they're fine. It's like nothing to write home about, but like Tim Curry is going all out and I appreciate the hell out of it. So then we meet young Mike, and he is sharing the history of Derry and like all the tragic events that happen throughout its history. The fact that like in so in this timeline, the Black Spot event happens as this version of the Losers Club is there. We only hear about it, but we don't actually see anything. And then it was 1930. It was the Ironworks Easter explosion. And then what was, I can't remember how many he explains, but there was one in 1900. And then he talks about how
The one he mentions that happens in 1900 is not the Bradley gang that was mentioned in
I don't think the
Welcome to
Bradley
Derry.
gang. I don't think the Bradley. I think that one was actually created for the show because unless it was in the book.
I can't remember because I do know that when a lot of that is being discussed in the book, that's also when it's revealed that Dick Halloran was at the Black Spot, and that's all my mind could remember at that point. I was like, fuck, Dick was there too. Dick was in Derry, and he knew all these people. So then I can't remember anything else other than that.
Yeah. Yeah. And he mentions the fact that it was like one point where like a bunch of settlers disappeared. It was like was it Jamestown?
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Roanoke event that happened in like the, 1600s, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's sharing all the history and everybody. I would have been the one kid in class like, this is so, oh my God.
Yeah, it would have been very interesting.
This is great.
Can we talk afterwards?
Yeah, I want to know more. So Mike has his run-in with Bowers, and I can guarantee you all know why Bowers does not like Mike Hamlin.
Yep.
Yeah, he even says it.
Oh, he says the word a few
Couple
times.
times.
And the actor who played Henry Bowers said that like he felt so bad having to say the word that every time they would shoot a scene where he had to, he would immediately, like when they cut, he was like apologizing profusely.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that they actually like that they say the word in a TV show. Like this was on TV. And
Yeah.
I mean, even in 1990, I feel like that word was probably like not okay to say. I mean, it's not okay to say, period.
No.
Like,
No,
on
it
a
was very
TV,
much
like on
not
TV.
okay to say in 1990. Dude, it was very
Yeah.
much not okay to say at that time.
Yeah. So, you know, he gets chased all the way to, it's like a quarry or,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
there's
the
like-
rock fight.
Right. Yeah. The rock fight, which is always the funniest thing. They are picking up some big ass rocks and just hucking them. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's the rock fight in the newer movie is way funnier because there are some hits where you're like, that fucker is dead. He's either dead or he is a vegetable.
Yeah.
But like, there's like a leg shot. Like, they're all getting hit. And Bev gets hit. She's like, ah, like audibly gasps. It's one of my favorite scenes because of how ridiculous it is. Because it's like, what can these kids do to each other? Like, we can just like actually fist fight or no, let's just pick up fucking rocks and just huck them at each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'll
Why
fix
not?
it. And then they just kind of like, the fight ends. They all kind of go their own ways and everybody's just like, okay again. Like, I'd be
Who
like,
won?
yeah, I think I have a torn spleen. I think my lungs collapsed. I might die here.
Yep. Just walk it off.
This was worth it, guys. Do you think they got penicillin back home? Heard
Yeah.
that's the
Losers
best.
Club ho. Dead the next morning.
Blood oath.
Yep.
But yeah, after this fight, that's when the Losers Club is formed because they also talk about how they've all seen Pennywise, except for Stan. Stan's like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, but sure, maybe one day it'll happen to me. But everybody talks the fact that they've seen the clown. And this is when they are looking at the book, the photo book, and they see like the old drawing of like Pennywise in the circus. And then they see the one picture where it's like, it looks like early 1900s Derry. And like there's like horse and buggies and all that. But then you see Pennywise just like slowly making his way down the
Make him away
down the
downtown.
road. Yeah. And he comes, and he shows up on the pipe and he's just like, I'm gonna kill you all. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna kill you all. You're afraid of something.
I think that's my favorite scene
It's
in the
so
whole
good.
thing.
Because he reaches through the book, which is actually
Yeah, the
Tommy Lee
hand.
Wallace's hand.
Mm-hmm.
But this
I
is
got my ass as a kid. That scared
that's
me.
a good one. And this is that was like Stan's. I saw it too. So now they've all seen him.
Yeah. It's like Pennywise was like, I heard you was talking shit. Let me make myself known real quick.
My name's Pennywise.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
hi.
eat you.
Yep. You're all gonna die.
Now we're all formally introduced.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of what he does with Georgie earlier, like his whole thing where he's like, I don't like to take, I'm not supposed to be taking things from strangers. He's like, well,
Good point.
Pennywise, Georgie, meet Pennywise. Now we know each other.
Yeah.
And Georgie's like, I guess so.
All right,
That's
cool.
So cute.
High five.
Yeah.
Creepy clown in the sewer.
That's a good point, though. Yeah. connecting those.
So Stanley gets the call, and it doesn't go well.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So the losers practice slingshots. They find the silver. They like. I think it's Richie who gives Bev the silver like earrings. I guess that's what they were, because she's the best shot with the slingshot, because she hits like all of the bottles. And
Yeah.
I guess in reality though, she was like the worst with the slingshot.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty funny. So yeah, they come up with a plan. They're like, we're gonna go to the sewer and we're gonna kill Pennywise. We're gonna end this once and for all. So they all go to right outside where they got to go down, and this is where it was supposed to be a blood oath. But this was another thing where, because of the AIDS epidemic that was going on, they were like, this is probably not a good time to be doing a scene where people are grabbing each other's hands covered in blood. Probably not a good idea. So that's why they did the inhaler, which is so funny to watch these kids all huff this inhaler, because some of them are like doing it, and then there's like a couple of them are like barely even touching the thing. Like, okay, all right, moving along. Stanley's my favorite because I don't even think he does it. Just like, okay, moving on. So Bowers, though, and his goons are hiding in the bushes. They're going to follow him into the sewers. And you're like, oh, okay, nothing good is going to happen with this, right? So they go into the sewers. Bowers and his gang just like split up. I think Henry and Belch hang out together. And then I think it's, so the third guy is credited as two different names. Gabe Koth as Victor Chris. He was credited as Victor Chris, but he was also, I think it's like Hofstetler, which was his name in the newer movies. Okay. And I think what the character's name was in the book, which is weird.
Oh.
And then you had Chris Eastman as Belch Huggins. And so Victor Chris, he gets taken out kind of just like off screen. You see like the bright lights hit him, and then he's just like gone.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Stan gets grabbed by Bowers and kind of just like, where the fuck was he compared to the rest of the group?
He was in the back.
Like way in the back, and no one heard him.
Yeah.
Like it's just snatched up. So he gets snatched up, and him and Belch, and I hate this character. Like the fact is like, his name is Belch because he could just burp on command. That's super cool, bro.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like I think even at that age, it's like, bro, you need to come up with a different shtick because this is kind of lame. Like no one gives a shit. But they are going to torture. They're literally going to kill. Like Henry's entire plan is he's going down there because he's going to kill all of them, because that's how psychotic he is. And Belch, the thing is like Belch and Victor, they're just like, yeah, we just think it's all talk. But like, no, this guy is nuts. Like when he's going to slice his initial into Ben earlier, and they're just like, yo, dude, what are you doing? We thought you were just going to like, bully him a little bit. We didn't think you were going to like scar him for life, which he never ended up doing. But guess what? Belch gets snagged with a really cool effect where you see the light shining through this pipe.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy who literally had to drill the holes in this pipe one by one.
That would take a while.
So long. And then, of course, you like have the cool light effect where it travels through, and then it comes out and it hits Belch and it like grabs him, and it's pretty cool. Like this is probably one of the coolest effects of the movie, where like Belch gets like put into the pipe and he has to like fold up and like gets sucked in. So originally the actor who played Belch wanted to do it himself. He was like stretching out and like trying to get himself to fold up like that so he could do the stunt. They're like, no, you're not doing that. We're going to put prosthetic legs and you're just going to lay down, and then we're just going to do it that way, which is really cool. What's up?
Here.
What?
The guy.
Oh,
the third dude.
The third guy. He played in some Gundam stuff.
Yes.
The one who played Belch?
Voices it. Nope.
No, Patrick.
Patrick, yeah.
Oh, Patrick. Was it Hofstetter? Is that what his name was?
They just have him on here credited as Patrick.
Because they have him as Victor Chris on the Wikipedia.
This is through IMDb.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did...
I just looked it up by pictures.
For the fellow...
who was credited.
Yeah, the Gundam fans I don't have on here. He did Nicole in Gundam Seed, and he was Seiji Crossroads in 00. So, which are fucking great show. But anyway, it's Gundam relevant. She pointed it out. I had to say it. He does a lot of voice work now. Looks like he does a lot of dubbing work.
So
Like Barbie.
when you see these lights, I always question was like, are these are the dead lights, right? Is that what
Yes.
we're supposed to think?
Yes.
Okay. And because Stan is able to run away, like he looks at him, but he runs away. But Henry stares at him and it turns his hair white.
Yeah.
Yes. Because he's a bitch.
And
Mhm. Exactly that reason.
And I always thought that when you see, like, when the kids are in the sewers, there's like that crossroads where there's like all the different points that lead up to that one spot that they're standing, and they like all get blinded by the deadlights, and they're like lying there, and then they like this thing floats over them. I always thought it was the turtle, whatever the turtle's name is, the one who's supposed to be like the antithesis to Pennywise, or the it entity, because it's the bottom of a turtle shell. That's what the light is, but it's actually supposed to be it. So yeah, they fight off Pennywise by, he tries to torture Stanley and try to scare them all. And Eddie stands up to him and said, "This is battery acid, you scum."
Yep.
Hits him with it. I love that effect of his skin just like melting off. And Bev hits him in the head with the silver, and it like cracks his head and light shoots out of it. Such a great effect. Well, my favorite though is Pennywise is like, "Well, I'm out of here, guys," and just does a flip and then goes into the hole. And he turns into a stop motion puppet. It's so good. I love it. I don't care, man. It might look a little cheesy, but it was really cool how they did that. So yeah, so they're like, is he dead? I don't know. Hopefully. Okay, see you later. Let's make a pact. Hey, if he's not dead, we got to come back.
Like everybody's like, "Oh, dude, he's like not everybody, but some people are like, "No, he's fucking dead." And like, "We got to go get him." And I was like, "Yeah,
No, you don't have to go get it.
No.
Yeah, you gotta be sure. You wounded the target. You gotta track your kill. You gotta take him out. I don't know. What do you want from me?
So this effect of Pennywise's face when it starts to turn like the melted look, and that's the most prosthetics that Tim Curry had to wear, because it was like a whole face, because they had to like make his chin more pronounced, and the fact that I had to split it in two to make it look like the normal clown face and then like the melted evil looking clown. Yeah, it was great. But yeah, they make a pact that they're gonna come back to Derry if it shows back up. And this first part ends with Stanley's wife discovering him in the bathtub. He has taken himself out of the equation, and he painted it on the bathroom wall. And part one ends with her screams. And that's where we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back for part two of It.
Starting tomorrow.
I'll kill you all.
It haunted them.
I'll drive you crazy, and I'll kill you all.
It terrified them.
I'm every nightmare you ever had.
Now it's back.
I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
From Stephen King's best-selling novel, It, starting tomorrow.
Oh, we're back for part two. It starts off with Bill going back to Derry, adult Bill. All this second part is adult stuff with sprinklings of kids flashbacks. But he goes back to visit Georgie's grave, and he sees, how many are there? 5? Are there 5 of them? 5 graves? With the one, there were 5 graves that were empty, and then one that was filled.
No, it's 6 that are empty and 1 that's filled, because there's 7 of them.
There's 7 of them? Okay.
7 total.
And he sees Pennywise, and he's just hanging out in the grave, like, "Hey, welcome back. What's up? How you doing?"
It's like you never left.
So yeah, Bill and Mike reunite, and they're like walking through. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is Poor Town. Yeah, it kind of sucks to live here." And Mike's like, "Yeah, it's kind of where I live, but thanks, pal. It works for me."
Yep.
It's like, "Oh shit, my bad." So he's also reunited with Silver, his bike, which he does the thing I have always done growing up, which is "Hi ho, Silver, hooey!" It's a phrase I have used thousands of times in my life. And Mike bought it at a pawn shop, and he even bought he got a vision that he should buy a replacement inner tube for one of the tires because it was flat. All right, cool. Got to get it all.
Just check the tire.
Yeah, just got to check it. But he bought the tube like weeks before he bought the bike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he bought that first. Yeah.
So Richie shows up in Derry. He goes through. He's mad because the Paramount's closed. It's all run down. But then he looks at the marquee and it says R.I.P. Richie Tozier. And I think it's like 1952 to 1990 or something like that was the dates.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to the library. He's just chilling there. And Pennywise just shows up and he just starts taunting him.
That's a funny scene.
It's
my favorite part.
This is another iconic scene. Like when you think of this miniseries, yeah. What's the joke? It's like,
do you have Prince Albert in a can? you better lift the poor fella out.
Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
So fucking good, dude. It's so good.
But then you got the balloons that like fall down and they like pop in front of everybody and it covers them with blood, but no one sees it but Richie, and he's freaking out. The guy's just like, what's going on, man?
He's trying to talk to the lady behind the desk, and he's like screaming, and like because
Pennywise
is being as loud as he can, but nobody else can hear it.
If Mike comes back, tell him I'll be back later, or I'll see him at dinner. And then Pennywise is just so good.
So fantastic.
That's how I feel when I have two earbuds in and I'm trying to talk to somebody. I feel like I'm screaming at them.
That's what. Okay, reminds me of the time when you remember when you used to be able to go to Barnes and Noble and buy CDs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like you could do like the demo, like put the headphones on.
The tester,
this would have been like it's been like the late 2000s, right? I remember going to Barnes and Noble with my dad, and like I was just like, he's listening to stuff, like listening to CDs of a business. I was like nudging him to tell something. He just starts yelling at me. I'm like,
you don't have
I was
to
like,
yell.
Dad, I was like, you don't have to speak loudly. You're the only one that can hear it. Always remember that.
But yeah, we get a funny montage of Mike and Bill riding the bike, and it's like interchanging between them as kids and them as adults. But it's like
that.
It's so funny of them.
The edit shots going back and forth.
Yeah,
I like that. Nice touch.
It's funny because like they're there for a specific reason, right? They're there to stop it. And they're just like, hey, what if we just like hung out for like 25 minutes and just rode this bike around?
Let's just smile and laugh a little bit.
And then the playing cards.
Yep.
Oh, they're even bicycle.
They make a better sound.
Yep. But then he drops them, and what's on them but Pennywise is all over the cards. That was one of the things John Ritter took from the set when it was all said and done. Was one of the Pennywise bicycle cards.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
That'd have been a good souvenir.
Yep.
So older Ben, he visits the Barrens, and it's kind of like a flashback, but it's like happening in real time, where it's like a kid that was very much like him getting chased by bullies through the Barrens, and he falls and like hurts himself, and Ben just casually watches it happen until it's over, and then he's just like, hey, you okay there, bud? Like, what the hell? Like, help the kid. I mean, you know what?
Don't worry, champ, you're gonna make it.
Yeah. Yep. The kid's like, thanks, random guy. Why are you rolling up my leg sleeve? I gotta go.
Yeah. I was like,
it's not appropriate.
Yeah, dude, you don't know this kid. Like, at least go get help. Don't like start touching him. It's just weird. Get the skeleton in the pond again. It's the skeleton that kind of attacked him as a kid, but now it's standing in the middle of the pond, like talking with his dad's voice. Like, Ben, what's up? But also, why is Ben young again? Isn't this happening like right now? Or was this just another flashback? I'm confused. Sometimes the flashbacks don't make any sense, or they're not well done to the point where you're just like, what time are we in right now? Like,
yeah,
is this just
some of it's a little too much and it's too whiplashy.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I wish the skeleton just like, because it like flashes it back to a kid. The skeleton just did Mufasa, like, remember who you are. It's like, that's a fat kid. Like, what? That's so random. That's what he would see in the Deadlights. It's just Mufasa, but it's Tim Curry's voice.
Remember who you
Terrifying.
are.
Yes, thank you.
But this is when he hops back into the cab after getting the shit scared out of him, and he's driving away, and then Pennywise is just on the side of the road like, hey. way.
I like that. That's a good.
So good.
Look.
Then the balloon pops up and it says
Can I
turn
get a
back now.
ride?
He doesn't I wish he did the thumb
No, I wish.
thing, but no, he just waves. We get the turn back now balloon in the car because Pennywise's whole thing is like, yeah, he knows like they're here to stop him. So he's just trying to prevent them from coming back. So he's like, get the hell out of here. I don't want you here. You're ruining my fun.
We talked about that. I've not seen the newer movies, so I have no fucking clue. I've never read the book. I'm not my thing. I'm not an expert. Whatever. The balloons aren't all red.
No.
Does that matter?
No.
Okay.
I can't remember if it specifies in the book that they're all red, or if that was just a Andy Muschietti touch. But even like anytime anything about it is mentioned in the Discord or whatever, I always respond with a red balloon.
Right. Yeah. Because it makes it makes sense for this Pennywise to have the colorful balloons, to have all that, because of the like his suit is very colorful. He looks like like what you would think a clown looks like. Pennywise in the newer movies is like an old school clown. So it's a lot like the clothes are very like of the time. Like if you watch Welcome to Derry, you know when he is, like what time he actually comes from. At least the person he takes the persona of. So like it makes sense for his clown outfit to look significantly different than like this version of Pennywise that is more of like your typical probably clown of the 90s or 80s.
Yeah. Bozo.
Yeah. So it makes sense for this version to have the colorful balloons where like that the other Pennywise to have just red. And also the balloon is very significant to like him being there. Like if you see a balloon, Pennywise is probably there, or the entity
he's
is
around
there
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we are then with Eddie, and he goes back to the pharmacy that he used to go to all the time as a kid. And he is told by the pharmacist that his mom is fucking with him. Like, this isn't real. You don't have the things your mom says you do. These are placebos. It's just water. And he's like, no, I actually have asthma. I have all these things wrong with me. And the pharmacist is like, all right, I'm just trying to help you out, man. And it like goes back to the adult version of Eddie, where then he sees that same pharmacist who's clearly got like dementia, Alzheimer's or something. And he's like talking about like smoking a cigar and, give me some licorice.
Mm-hmm.
But then he says something to him, but he starts turning into Pennywise. You realize that this isn't actually the pharmacist. It's kind of like a vision of Pennywise like speaking through him, because you see like the hand and it turns like you see part of his suit as he like grabs onto Eddie, but then it turns back into the pharmacist and then kind of freaks him out. And he's just like, okay, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. So Bev goes back to her old apartment and she looks, and the apartment says says Marsh, but when she knocks on the door, an old woman answers, and she's like, is Al Marsh here? And she's like, no, he's been dead for like 5 years. It's like, oh, you didn't know your dad was dead? Okay.
Right.
I mean, I guess if they were estranged, I mean, clearly he was a piece of shit. So
yeah,
if she had nothing to do with him, and I guess it makes sense. But you find out this woman is Miss Marsh or Mrs. Hirsch or what's her? Wait,
Hirsch.
Hirsch.
With a K.
And
Kirsch. Yeah, Kirsch.
Kirsch, not Hirsch. What the hell? Yeah, this is Mrs. Kirsch, and she looks down at the mailbox and it says Kirsch, even though it said Marsh before. And then they go into the apartment and she's having like tea and stuff with her, and it all like turns out to be a Pennywise vision because the tea is blood, and Mrs. Kirsch turns into her dad, like a zombie version of her dad, like in drag, and just starts chases her out of the apartment. And then she looks at the mailbox and it goes back to saying Marsh. And then she runs out into the street and turns around, and the whole apartment building is like boarded up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was all a vision. But then Pennywise is at the door. Like, come on, don't you want to play?
Nope.
And then he just crawls back into the place and shuts the door. And she's also just standing in the middle of the street. So we then go back to Bill's wife, Audra, and you found out earlier she's an actress, and she's going to be acting in a movie that is based on one of Bill's books. And the director, his name is Greco, and we meet that fucking douche
Yep.
Who is
that?
is he like the biggest director in the world? Is that who this guy is? Because he literally like threatens Audra, like, I will ruin your life and your career if you leave to go find your husband. And your husband will never work in this place again either. Like, god damn.
Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, no shit.
Shoo.
Sounds like that fucking idiot.
Fuck that guy.
Yep. So she's like, no, I'm going to go to the U.S. To find my husband.
Let's go to America land.
Yeah.
America.
The land of things.
Yes.
Many
good things. Love it.
So we are all meeting at the Chop Suey, and all I could think of was the System of a Down song when I saw the sign. And Richie comes in freaking out, so he goes like to freshen himself up. He comes back out acting all like nonchalant and, you know, the cool version of Richie. Make sure no one realizes that he is not in a good place. Bev passes out just by seeing everybody. She like walks in the room. She's like, "Oh my god, you're all here!" Just fucking passes out.
Dead.
And she wakes back up again, and she's like all excited to see everybody. She hugs everybody. Hey, oh my god, look at all you. Yo, she goes up to Bill. Her and Bill like have a makeout session. Like, it's a fucking intimate kiss. And I'm like, bro, you're married. Like,
yeah,
I thought you were happily married. You're married to Olivia Hussey. Relax. And if I was everybody else, I'm like, what's happening?
Have they always been talking?
Oh my god.
Do they know each other like prior to not us leaving Derry, but like recently?
Yeah,
Are they
this is
friendly?
Maybe
intimate. So they pretty much all mention the fact that like Pennywise is back. We've all seen him. We're just waiting for Stan. Where's Stan at? So while they're waiting for him, they're just like, well, we're instead of waiting for him, let's just eat. Let's just enjoy ourselves. Let's, you know, do what we got to do. And so they feast. And I love
and they feast
feast and they feast.
Feast.
Yep.
They feast on who pudding.
They feast on who roast beast. I mean, what?
I can't remember after that.
Hold on. I said something about that's a beast. Does he say something along that's a beast I can't stand in the least? Like something like that. He's talking about. Sorry, I was listening to like later in life. I just like to say Boris Karloff. I can't. It's Grinch, and I just love hearing him talk. And it was an unrelated thing, and I just love hearing him talk.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I do love that the song of choice during this whole feast scene is "It's All Right," when you know it's not all right.
Yep.
Definitely not all right.
And yeah, we then they mention something about Henry Bowers, and you find out that Bowers, after everything happened, he took the fall for all of the dead kids back then. So he's in Juniper Hills, which is like the sanitarium that's in or outside the town. And
sanitarium. Like, I'm sorry.
I do love
for you.
the next scene though is them at Juniper Hills, and Henry is woken up by the call of Pennywise, and he's in the moon. He's the man on the moon.
The moon.
It's like, hey, you helped.
It's like Bear in the Big Blue House.
I can't look at the moon anymore.
Does anybody remember Bear in the Big Blue House?
Yes, of course I do.
With the moon?
Yeah.
But it's Pennywise.
Oh,
singing.
yeah. This is scary.
He's like, hey, you've helped me before. Now you need to go kill them all. And he's like, kill them all. Okay.
Like, I twist my arm.
So they go back. We're back at the Chinese restaurant, and they get their fortune cookies, and they all come alive. They're all like different things are happening. One turns into like a crab. One turns into like a small dead baby chicken. Like that's on the
baby fetus.
Yeah, fetus bird. Yeah.
I want the
Hey,
eyeball.
my meal's uncooked. It's just
The eyeball was really cool. It was a really good effect. And I just love that they're just like, cover him up. Let's get the fuck out of here. Everything okay? Yeah. We're all good. Okay, gotta go.
We're fine.
I'd be pissed, dude. I love the fortune cookies, but they're like, listen, I've said this before. I probably have said it on this podcast. Fortune cookies these days are not fortune cookies. They're more like statement/suggestion cookies. I would love to make a line of fortune cookies that just fuck with people, like just top tier. Like they look like regular
eat that
wrapping.
up.
Oh, it'd be great.
My
Like you open it up like your boyfriend's sleeping with your friend, like or just something like that.
Oh my god!
Oh man,
like just like over
calling
the
you
top.
out.
My last one told me I needed to go away for the weekend to clear my mind, and I'm like, oh, thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Say less.
Right.
I
So
am there.
they find out that Stan died, which is, they're very distraught about. And that's kind of the foreshadowing when Bill was at Georgie's grave earlier, and there was the one filled grave. You find out that was Stan's. Like they signified there was one of them dead.
He took his M&M obsession a little too far.
Yeah. So we have a flashback to an encounter that Stan has with it, where he goes to like a house because it's calling his name, and he's like, "Sure, let me go into this random house and see what's in there. It's just this should be fine." Like, what?
People.
It's fine.
White people doing white people things.
Yes, 100%.
Hey,
just leave. Just don't. Go back to watching birds.
Parker. Yes, random voice. What do you want? I'll be right there.
No,
So I guess-
I'm going
Dumb.
opposite.
Good is dumb, as Dustin likes to say.
Yeah. So in the book, you have the Talk of the Knee Bolt house, which is also used in the newer movies, which is the house that the well sits in, that they go in, and that's how they get to the sewers. In this movie, the house doesn't exist, but there was talks about the fact that this might be the Knee Bolt house that he goes into and sees the mummy. For what reason, I don't know. It's kind of it's one of those moments where it's like, did we need this in the movie? I don't think we needed this scene.
No,
It didn't need, because they needed to show Stan having an experience. I think that was the whole thing.
Exactly.
And
That's
it
the
just
only reason.
it didn't need to happen. But hey, whatever. The mummy looked cool.
Yep.
So we then flash forward and we see like things starting to happen in the library, and they open the fridge and balloons start to come out, and then who's in there but Stan's head.
I love it.
Guys.
Richard Mazer hated doing this scene.
Uh-huh.
He
was over it.
hated it. So like when you see like the way that he performs this scene is based on his frustration of having to be in this fridge.
Mm-hmm.
He hated it. He was pretty much like, get me the fuck out of this thing. And he goes through the whole thing. He's like, you'll float too. Come on down. Like, this is going to be a good time. It's great.
I think that
Make it
helped him being
crazy.
frustrated and pissed.
It's
Because a lot of the
fantastic,
actors, like the adult actors, said that, the kids were rambunctious and they got along, but the adults, like a lot of us had worked together at one point or another, or at least knew each other well enough to where, when there's downtime for hours at a time, we were oftentimes louder than the kids were.
Yep.
So I think they had just as hard of a time with them as the youngins. So Richard Master was fed the fuck up.
I mean, he didn't.
Y'all settle down.
He wasn't there for very long. He didn't do a lot of scenes because he's only in the scene with his wife, and then he's in this scene, and that's it.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, the chaos of the library is like exploding. Like the books are flying off the shelf. Things are just windows are
Raining.
exploding. It's raining inside. Yeah, it's a wild time. Then it just stops. We're back.
because they pray. They do a summoning circle.
Oh,
circle
that's
of
right.
protection.
Right.
Yeah.
They do the ritual.
yeah, they
protection
do.
black.
The ritual chud.
What now?
That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
It's called the ritual of chud. It's what
okay.
it's what keeps it at bay. Helps
what
them
was it? Hold on.
defeat him.
Damn, I was thinking of the movie Chud.
Not that chud.
No, I
Pretty
know. And then I thought of keep going, just go.
Animal
So
humanistic undertone. Cave what
Dwellers.
is it? Dwellers, yes, yeah.
Yep, no. But that's not what it means in the movie. You find out it means entirely something different.
Correct.
Yes.
chud, a possible future
Yes.
episode of the show. Who knows?
There you go.
Did we not cover it? Or I think I just watched
No.
it randomly.
No, we
I don't
definitely have
remember.
not covered chud.
That is a random pick, I gotta say.
We're back at the sanitarium, and Zombie Belt shows up. He visits Henry and tells him like, "Hey, I'll help you get out of here. Like, we'll take care of those guys." And he's like, "Yeah, but I can't get out because that Kuntz guard is here." And I was like,
Yep.
"It's a Dean Kuntz call out."
That's what. See, that's what
Ah.
Because I
I.
guess
Dean Koontz?
because back in the 80s, Stephen King and Dean Kuntz kind of had like a rivalry. Like they
Oh.
didn't really care for each other. So
Mm.
this was kind of a subtle like fuck you to Dean Kuntz because this guy's a dick.
That's funny.
He's like, Bowers, what the fuck did I just say? I will come in there and beat your ass.
Joke's on you, dude.
Yeah, then he gets attacked by a Pennywise dog. Like it shows Pennywise's body and then a
Yeah.
fucking Rottweiler just jumps out.
Ugh.
My wife goes, where'd that dog come from? So yeah, so Mike retells the group about all the horrific events that have happened in Derry over the years. I don't need to go over them again, but to kind of get them to remember, because that's the thing is they left Derry, they all forgot about what happened, and so they're kind of trying to get their memories back. And the thing is like they all, when they start remembering who they are, like they all get really close and touchy. Like Ben is like rubbing Bev's shoulders and like, I'm like, wow, we got really close really fast. I was, in the book when they have like the child orgy, which is, I'm glad they never put on screen. I was waiting for an adult orgy where it was like, they all got back together and like, you know what, this may be the last time. And I'd be like, at least they're adults.
Yep. Yeah, it makes it a little better.
Makes it not terrible. Oh my God, I'm so glad.
It just
they never
seems
did
like a
that
weird
scene.
inclusion. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Dude, StephenKing 100% was high as fuck when he wrote that scene. There was no other way around it.
Yep.
He was high a lot of it.
Yeah, that's true. But his perspective was like from the story, the one way to keep it at bay is to do things that kids normally don't do.
It makes them not pure. Yeah.
It makes them not pure.
Yeah.
So and the way to do that is through sex.
That was a reason, and I think another reason I remember hearing growing up was like this possibly be the last, like they might all die. So like let all the kids let all the boys kind of not die as virgins type thing.
Mm.
It's just
and the girl get railed. Literally.
I mean, yeah, it's like just pass her around. Like,
yeah, man.
The thing is I think in the book she's the one who comes up with the idea.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, why not?
They do it all down in the
in the sewer. Gross. I mean, it's all gross. It's just all gross. Let's move on. But yeah, this is where you find out like only the kids are the ones that can see the blood, because they go into Bev's bathroom and they see the blood too. And because they walk, like, what the hell happened here? Somebody get murdered?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you can see it too.
Oh my God, thank God. So Audra then just randomly meets Pennywise as she's like driving to Derry. She stops at a gas station, meets this creepy guy who works at the gas station, but it turns out to be Pennywise, and he shows her the deadlights. And you're like, oh,
that's a really good scene. I like that.
It's a really good scene, but it was like, all right, I guess it gives Bill some sort of like another reason to go down there and defeat Pennywise because his wife's down there.
That's got to be the only reason, because really it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
I mean, even they were already there to take care of Pennywise and make good on the promise they made as kids. So they were going to go in that sewer regardless if Audra was there or not.
Yeah.
So it's really, I like the guy who plays Pennywise in this scene because I feel like his eyes are real creepy and weird, and it makes it a little scarier. But other than that, it's totally unnecessary to the plot.
Yeah.
And leading everything on.
Bit.
Yes, padded a little bit.
So what was it? Oh, the losers. Okay, we already talked about that one. So Bowers escapes and he goes to the hotel that they're staying at, and he attacks Mike. He stabs Mike in the chest and then gets killed by Eddie. I think Eddie and Ben come in and they kill him, and he actually ends up stabbing himself with his own knife, which kills him. And I just love the fact that instantly. Yeah, that's how it works.
Always does.
Yep.
My favorite part though is the fact that they just throw a sheet over him. It's just like, yeah, just leave him here. Okay,
fine,
sure.
Buff out.
Because turns the TV on. Just it's like somebody's actually in there. That's so good.
Yeah. And they all leave in a rush, and the lady calls them by name because it's like an inn. It's not a hotel.
Yeah.
And so, like, what do you think is really gonna?
She also wanted Bill's autograph because she was holding one of his books, and he just walks right by her. He's like,
rude.
Yeah. You also find out Bev finds out that Ben wrote the poem. And they kind of have their thing because it was funny because they before this happens and when pretty much at the same time Mike gets stabbed, is Ben has his experience where he thinks he's gonna have sex with Bev, but it turns out to be Pennywise. Kiss me, fat boy.
Fat boy. It's so good, dude. I love it.
And so when Bev like tells him like, says the poem, and she's like, I knew it was. I figured out it was you, and I always thought it was Bill. And then she goes in to kiss him, and he's just like, oh, is it you? or is it him? Because I just had a fucking experience before. He says, I'm losing my mind. And then they make out.
They make out, yeah.
Yep. Bill visits Mike in the hospital and finds out that he found that silver from the first time that they fought Pennywise. He went down there like 10 years earlier because he was at a low point in his life, and he was actually going to go down there and hopefully wake him up to pretty much die. And and Mike is just out of the picture. He's just in the hospital for the rest of this story. And it's kind of a bummer because Mike is the one who stays in Derry the whole time.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, yep, he's out. He's just got to hope to God his friends may succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, everybody's kind of like, yeah, I don't know if we can do this. Let's just get the hell out of here. And Bill, he sees, he has like a vision of him and his mom playing piano, or maybe is it him and Georgie? I can't remember if it's him or Georgie at the
he
piano.
sees a woman and a man, or a little boy. I don't know if he saw himself in that.
Yeah.
Or what.
Yeah. And it like,
Well, I know.
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say, fuck Seth Green's character
Richie.
name, Richie. But when it's after they hide the body, they're leaving the room, and he's like pulling the door shut because he turned the TV on. Then Richie sees a new broadcast about more kids going missing.
Yep.
I think it's like planting these seeds. Like, you guys got to do something, or it's just gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they talk about, because Mike talks about, like, when all these events happen, it's always one giant event that happens and then it disappears for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, the ironworks and the other events. Like, it was like a bunch of people died or disappeared, and then it, like, nothing happens for 30 years, and then it all just starts to happen again. But yeah, Bill sees that vision, and then he comes out. He's like, yeah, I can't leave until I know he's dead. Like, all right, I guess we're all in. And Richie's like the one in the back, like, fuck, I guess so. So Richie is just a ray of sunshine. He's always got, like, he's just always negative. He's trying to be more realistic to everybody else, but it's just not working. They're all just like, oh, Richie, you funny guy. Come on. We're going to go kill that clown again. Come on. And Bev gets the silver because she's the one who's meant to do it, as she was all those years ago.
Yep.
And this is when Bill finds out that Audra has been taken because he finds her purse in the sewer tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the factory that they go into to then go into the sewer, that was like a real, like, ironworks.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, factory. I'm guessing this is like the Derry Ironworks, the one that burned.
Yeah, probably what's left of it.
They don't talk about it. Like, they mention the event, but they don't ever say what this is. But I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, like the stone parts remain because, unless of course, heat does weaken brick, but it depends how far the fire went. If, like, maybe that section didn't get a lot of fire damage. So
yeah, it's in a very weird spot too. But most factories were on bodies of water, usually rivers. But so that gives him the motivation. He kind of, like, breaks down when he realizes Audra has been taken, and the rest of the group has to be like, yo, it's like, we're here. We're going to make sure that we'll get her back. Don't you worry. So this is when, like, all these things start flooding back. Like, we see Georgie's boat, like, go towards him. He sees Georgie in the distance. And of course, like, these visions are, so it's like trying to attract whoever it's for. And everybody else is like, listen, dude, it's not real. That's not Georgie. He's been dead. Why would he still be a child? Figure this out. And when he's like, yeah, I'm not scared of you. I don't believe in you. George is like, okay, I guess I'll just disappear now.
I guess I'll just fuck off then.
I wish he did like that.
Yeah, gang. That'd be so good.
And then, like, the whole thing is, like, finding Pennywise's lair is by following the SS Georgie. It, like, goes all the way to this little, like, door that looks like it's part of Lord of the Rings or something.
Hobbiton. It's a Hobbiton.
But before they go
it's the
in,
King Under the Mountain.
It is. Is it the what's the Rock King from Return to Oz?
Oh, what was it? No, I'm not.
Oh, the Gnome King. The Gnome King was Return to Oz.
And then they just have, like, Shelob under there. The killer the spider from Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's it. It's Pennywise.
I mean, that's pretty much what he is. Because
a spider.
but before we go in there, Eddie has a confession to make, and that is he's a virgin. And I just love that Richie goes, yeah, I mean,
So funny.
there's really nothing that we could do about that, but I guess thanks for letting us know.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, pal.
I got nothing to do.
can't help you.
Can't help you.
I can't help
Clearly,
you with
this is
that.
breaking the continuity to the book right now, but sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, they go into its lair, and we see all these people like webbed up in the ceiling and all that stuff. And this is probably like the most like
house.
gruesome parts of these, because you could see some of the bodies. They're pretty like horrific looking. Like they've been there for a while and they're clearly dead. But I just love Audra's just like against the wall like, oh, she's still got pink in her face. She's alive. Oh, but then we get, I don't like this ending at all. I don't like that we get one last Pennywise shot, which is like a projection of him on the wall as he's like, yeah, come and find me. I'll fight you. Like, you guys are bitches. And then he just disappears. And then we fight a spider. I get this is what the book has them fight. And there's always some sort of spider that they have to fight with Pennywise. But it's just like the fact that this is what we get. Like, I want them to fight Pennywise. Like, they actually had an idea where it was going to be like Pennywise's upper body coming out of the head of the spider. So at least maybe Pennywise could have been able to like talk to them and talk shit.
Yeah.
I wish they would have just had like Pennywise come out and it would have been Tim Curry. But then like, let's start the fight, and like rips his top of his clown, and he's like jacked as fuck. And he just like fist fights all these fuckers.
It's like those edits people do on t-shirts and stuff where it's the horror mask and they've got a 6-pack. Yeah.
Like I want to be like a shit brick house, dude. Just fucking huge, dude. Like even awesome.
Oh,
like the fucking mountain, but with Pennywise's face.
Yeah, yes, 100%. But all of this is like still white because he's like, I don't know, he's just fucking boom, like it's all painted white.
That'd be so good.
That'd be dope as fuck.
But it's funny because like I like the look of the spider, and it's cool because it's all practical, of course, so that makes it even better.
Yeah.
And the effects were done by a effects company called Fantasy 2, which at the time they were working on the effects for Predator 2.
Oh.
Because this came out the same year. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a letdown. Like, you get the whole thing where Bev misses this spider that's not even moving twice with the silver, and then she has to go find them. She's like, hey, just keep it busy. I gotta go fight these two random pieces of silver over here. Like, see you later. And the other guys and the two guys do the like, I stared into the light too long, I'm fucked.
I'll stare into the light. I can't help it.
I can't help it. It's so
like
beautiful.
One of them comes up while the other one's already looking and does the double take, and then he gets stuck too.
Oh, my favorite. And I know, Dan, you haven't seen it, but in It Chapter 2, when Bill Hader gets hit by the deadlights.
Oh, it's
the funniest fucking thing. You could probably find a gif of the Bill Hader where he's like, I'm gonna kill it.
That's the sound effect that plays behind it, too. It goes, whoa.
Oh my god.
It makes me laugh every time I see that scene. It's
I had
hilarious.
to rewind it and watch it a couple of times. I was like, what did I just
And
watch?
just the way his arms sling down,
Yeah.
too, like he really goes limp in that moment.
So
and
good.
sells it even more.
I can't wait to talk about those versions. So yeah, she finds the silver. Eddie stands up to it. He gets attacked and ends up dying. But Bev is able to hit where the deadlights are coming from on the stomach, which then scurries away. It's like, ah!
Soft spot.
When she hits him in the fucking squeedly spooch or whatever it is, when he hits him there's like this, they like chroma keyed an explosion in, but it's not even centered. And I'm like, I'm assuming they're just like, just get this fucking thing out, please. Because I like, like, just fucking do it. And then it's like, God.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly. I feel like that's exactly what happened when they were making this, because it was because not a lot of people were very excited about this spider. You know, like Tommy Lee Wallace was like, "What the hell are we doing here?" But hey, you know, we don't have the money to do anything else, so we might as well we have what we got and just got to film
Go with it.
Yep. And yeah, so then there's a part 2 to this fight, which I always forgot about. I thought this was it, but the spider it's like, okay, bye, and it like goes into the back, like way back of the cave, and then all they do is they're like, Eddie's dead, we gotta finish this. Runs back there, just goes, and pushes the spider over. The stunt performer who's in the spider literally came out with like bruised ribs. He's all like massive bruises on his arms because of how hard he fell in that suit.
Believe it.
They're literally punching this thing.
Punch his guts out. Like, here's the thing, listen, and this just may be where we live, and I'm not judging, but why does nobody have like a pocket knife or nothing? Like, well, there's like nobody just have a pocket knife or a pocket sand. No, a pocket knife. Like instead of just like punching this thing's like epigastric furrow open. It's a real thing.
Would be like this big.
No. Pocket knives are bigger than that. Bullshit. They've not always been small. Or so like, but they geared up. Like somebody had to have had something. Is everybody this unprepared? They had flashlights. They had all this gear they brought in. You've seen it. Like, we're gonna get the gear. We're gonna go in.
Have like a hatchet or something.
Yeah, anything, dude. Get the fucking Harry Warden. He'll come. Just have him bring the pickaxe and like it's fine.
Harry
Whatever.
Warden.
It works.
Oh,
it works. But like it just baffles me. Like maybe it's just because I'm me. Like I always have a pocket knife on me. But like somebody's like screwdriver, anything. You're in an old sewer. There's got to be something pointy.
90s, it probably would have been. They would have had really big ones, really big pocket knives.
Could have, or like somebody didn't have like a Swiss Army knife, like anything, just to cut it open. It's like a tauntaun.
Oh, well, he's this. I was gonna say Stan was a Boy Scout, but that was when they were kids. Stan's not there.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, they ripped the spider's heart out, and I just wanted Bev just be like, just fucking take a bite out of it.
Oh God.
Just blood all over her face, like, Argh!
It's very primal. They're just like eating it, punching it.
Oh, but yeah, that's it. It's over. The Pennywise is destroyed, and they carry Eddie's dead body out. Then Mike narrates like everybody's goodbyes, like what they ended up doing. Like Richie became an actor, like a comedic actor,
a real actor.
Really looked like a really good movie, whatever the hell that was.
Probably a Pee-wee's Playhouse segment.
Bev and Ben got together. They went on. It literally was like they left together. They got married like soon after, and then immediately got pregnant. And I was like, yeah, good for them. Good for them.
Another curse broken.
Yeah. And then we have the depressing moment where Bill has to wake his wife up from the dead lights because she was
get up.
And so it's like, okay, I guess we got to ride Silver, and I'm gonna wake you up. And Richard Thomas in the documentary goes, this was the scariest part of this movie for me, because I was actually so scared to ride this bike with somebody else on it, especially when it's Olivia Hussey.
And he said now whenever he sees her, that's all he can think of is riding the bike with her on it.
R.I.P. Olivia Hussey.
What if she wasn't like stunned from the deadlights? What if it's just like her Botox injection like reactions? I don't know. She's an actress. Maybe. Just assume that could happen.
I was explaining, my wife's like, what's wrong with her? And I was like, and I tried to explain to her, and she just looked at me like, okay, I believe you.
So listen, I do have to say this. Dumb and Dumber. What the deadlights makes me think of Jim Carrey thinking of that woman where she opens her shirt and it's just like headlights. I don't know why, but it's so fucking stupid. But I do have a question. Oh, good. Sorry, what were you going to say? Not the doing. I heard the doing.
No, go ahead.
Oh, so I do roughly know how the I'm going to talk about it off air because we're going to cover it. So just keep going.
So, yeah, Audra wakes up because they fly down a road on Silver, and then they block traffic, and everybody's just like, okay, can you get out of the road now?
Everybody about wrecked, and they about all got crashed into, and they're just hugging.
Like,
honking their horn.
Move over to the sidewalk. Like, clearly she's awake. She's fine. Like, get out of the way.
Get to safety first.
But
you probably that was That was a choice to do that hill at that time of day.
That's a terrifying. The fact that they came out of that unscathed is pretty fucking crazy, in my opinion. Pretty crazy. But yeah, that is it. That is the entire It miniseries from 1990. All right, now it's time to go around the room and share our final thoughts on this one. Start with our guest, of course. Anna, what are you pointing at?
Anna, to me, she's...
Oh,
Okay.
You're just pointing
over
at
there.
things. Yeah,
She's on my left. No, I'm pointing. No, I don't know. Just to me, she's on the left. Like I'm pointing. She's going first.
On your left. There we go.
There you go.
On your left.
Yes, I love this miniseries. I think for what it did at the time was really great. And what they were able to accomplish as far as doing the version from the book their own way. I do like it for that. Even though it's a little toned down, there's still a lot of charm to it. And there are several scenes in this, like we talked about, that's kind of part of horror history. And even if you've seen out of context, just knowing about pop culture and movies, you're going to be like, oh, that's from It, without even knowing, especially Pennywise. He's iconic. But yeah, I think everybody should check it out at least once.
Angela?
I love this movie. As much as we pointed out that was wrong, still doesn't make me not like it. Love Tim Curry's Pennywise. His acting, there could be moments where he didn't even say anything, and it was body language was so good. The only thing I hated that bothered me was Stanley grabbing his fucking ear.
I forgot to mention
it was
that.
it was so awkward.
He's got
He's
his
just
hair
standing there.
infection.
He's just holding it.
Stanley's just the character is just there. Like he's just so nothing in this that I didn't really talk about him a lot, even in the death scene and all that. It was just like he's kind of just a nothing character, even as a kid, to the point where he's like he doesn't feel like part of the group.
Yeah, he seemed like he came back like later with the group, and not like original.
Dan?
Sorry. This movie's charming as all get out. Obviously far from perfect. I've always loved Tim Curry and his many, many roles I've seen / heard him in growing up.
Except for one.
What?
Oh,
fuck that movie. I will die on that hill. You can eat an ass, dude. It would eat an ass, but it can eat an ass. All right.
It's awesome.
I do not like that movie, and I would fucking hate that movie. I'm glad people do. I really am, because it brings people together to enjoy cinema, but I just don't like it. Anyway, so listen, dude. Just saying, burn Golly a million times a day over that fucking movie, and that movie's not good either.
Okay, we're talking about it.
But anyway, my big thing is I think I like the first part more than the second. Like I found the first part more compelling than the second part, and I feel like the second part was like, because of their constraints, they didn't have, and I know there probably is enough to do, but maybe they didn't feel like they had enough to do. Or we talked about the scenes where it's just like two of them like hanging out on like bikes and shit, and like it just felt like less impactful. Like the first part we set everybody up, and then the second part we kind of set everybody up again, and then we go fight it. And I just like it better in the first part, because it's their first time. It's like you're experiencing these characters as kids and all the plight going on, and then we're kind of repeating that in part two. I get the time gap, and it's probably more significant in the newer movies or the book, but it just maybe didn't translate the best to me. But it's still great. I still really enjoy it, and I agree with Anna and Angela. Like, you got to watch this movie at least one time for sure. It's very enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had a good time with this recent rewatch. I think, knowing what it is, being a TV movie, and the effects and the acting and stuff and what it is like it's more understandable for me. Like they're like some of the performances aren't as strong as maybe what you would see in like a mainstream movie, but I think with what is given to these actors, and Tim Curry's Pennywise is still iconic. It's still effective even to this day, even with having another version of Pennywise out there in the world that is so mainstream, and the fact that people still talk about Tim Curry's version. I think that just shows the impact of this movie that it's had over the last 36 years. Is it perfect? No. Is it good? It's borderline. Like it's enjoyable for what it is. It's just, for one, it's almost 3.5 hours long, which is not ideal for me, but also the fact is like both parts aren't as compelling like together. Like the first part is way more compelling and the second part is just like it kind of just drags because you're not as invested in the adult versions of the Losers Club as you are with the kids. But overall, I think it's still a solid movie. It's still a solid time. You know, I bought the Blu-ray. You know, I probably at some point will check out the VHS version just to kind of get that nostalgic feeling of having that intermission again. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, it's a product of its time, but it still holds up.
I recommend doing what Angela and I did. If it's your first time watching it, we actually stopped at the halfway point. We watched half of it one night, half of it another night.
That's what I did.
Yep.
Yeah, just break it up. It works that much easier. It feels like it was when it was first came out. You just take it in decent sized chunks.
Absolutely. All right. Well, now it's time to go over to social media and see what you all had to say about 1990s It. We're going to start over on Facebook since I have that opened first. Our first one is from Darren Lundberg, who says, Curry's Pennywise has always been funnier than scary. I kind of can agree. I think there are some scary moments. I mean, for me, it's not scary, but like I can still see people being scared of this version, especially if you don't like clowns. Charlie. Yeah, I agree. Kevin Gordon says, this and Home Alone 2 made Tim Curry an absolute treasure in my eyes. Love this version. And Daniel Collins says, I've watched it several times over the years. Tim Curry is amazing. I mean, ultimately, Tim Curry is the MVP of this movie. Like, if we were to come up with an MVP for, you know, like an award for every movie that we cover, like I think for this one, it's definitely Tim Curry, hands down. I think he goes above and beyond any other performer in this one. Over on Threads, we have one from horror.curator who says, I first watched it as a kid before I was desensitized to horror. I wasn't scared of clowns, and it did make me scared of clowns, but I found Pennywise's charm in monstrous forms chilling. Mostly, I connected to the children in their plight. I read the book after and loved it, and that got me into books, Stephen King, and more horror. I love that when movies can do that to people, they can broaden their horizons into other, you know, not even just Stephen King books, but like just the fact that like brought you into reading books, because it is not an easy read. Like for one, it's 1,200 pages. So like that's daunting in itself. Like you just look, like I look at the book itself and I'm just like, do I want to dive into this? Do I want to put myself through this right now? And then I look at a book like Jaws and I'm like, that's an easier read. It's an easier read because it's shorter. It's, I don't know. It's just goofier. It's just, but hey, more power to people who can actually get through this book because it is hard. It's always been hard for me to get through it. Darren has another comment over on Twitter. Just says, was there when it debuted on ABC? It has always been my favorite Stephen King book, and seeing it in live action was like a dream, nightmare come true. Not a fan of the Muppet crab spider at the end. No one's a fan really, but the cast is great. And I love the flashback structure of part one, especially that last shot, which is the picture of it painted on Stanley's shower wall. Kevin the Critic says, I need to check this out. I don't know if he's talking about the episode or the movie, but you should do both.
Maybe both.
Yeah. And the last one on Twitter is from Jesse or at Mr_J300 who says, love this. And I'm excited for what movies you guys are going to review this year. Why, thanks.
Thank you.
That's always so nice to hear. But we did get some over on the Discord. Let me pop that up real quick. First one is from Lo Wang, who says, I like the original It. I think it does the adult bits better than Chapter 2 did. The kids section, on the other hand, I feel was done better than Chapter 2. I think he's comparing the original with the newer ones, where he's talking about Chapter 2. While still good in this version, the acting was just better in that version. I love what they did with Georgie in this one. Instead of showing him get killed, they left it up to the viewer's imagination. Tim Curry is honestly more believable as a clown than Skarsgård, but both really equally haunt someone's nightmares. Overall, I give it an 8 out of 10 red balloons. You'll all float down here. Spicy Dan or Daniel Collins. I really enjoyed the original TV movie. Tim Curry is amazing. Enough said. Derek from Bad People, Bad Movie, Worst People. Jesus Christ. I was never enthralled with the original like everyone else. I read the book when I was about 10 and then watched the miniseries and was pretty disappointed in it. Tim Curry was the only part I liked. Sorry, Derek. Your podcast.
I don't understand. He's so jolly in his own show. Like he's always jolly.
Yeah.
No, you're good, Derek.
Well, yeah, that's all the comments and everything for It. from 1990. Next week, we're venturing back into the world of Stephen King and another Stephen King adaptation from 1990, as we're going to be talking about 1990's Misery.
Oh, nice.
We figured to celebrate the late and great Rob Reiner, we would talk about one of his movies, and Misery was always the one I remember watching a lot growing up. So that'll be our little Rob Reiner tribute episode. And we're going to have
a jolly episode movie.
One of our wonderful recurring guests back next week is official Joey C will be back on the show to talk about Misery with us. I'm very excited. But yeah, that's all we got going on. We're back. Season 4 is here. We're excited for everything that's going to be going on this year. We got Monster Zone stuff coming up next week. You guys are getting 2 Dissect That Film podcast episodes in a row because there's 5 weeks in January. So that's how that's going to work. So that's cool. Right. But yeah, we got Monster Zone stuff. We got more of this. We got a lot of fun stuff. But yeah, now it's time for Anna to share all of the things that she's got going on with all her shows and where you can find those shows.
The Baron's Hideout, it's my birthday month. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook. See, Instagram is at the Baron's Hideout Podcast, I believe. I don't handle social media, so just find me and you can follow us. And on Gimme Back, it's Charlie's birthday month.
There we go. And Charlie's got some doozies rolling in for Gimme Back. So yeah, check all that out. Baron's got a lot of good stuff going on. You guys got interviews with people happening here, there, and everywhere. And yeah, very good stuff. Anna, thank you so much for hanging out with us for this very long episode. I mean, I feel like it's fitting that this was a longer one since this movie was a long one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Guess what? We still didn't hit the runtime of the movie.
Yep.
So that's a win, I think, in my eyes. But I really appreciate you being here. It's always a blast having you on. And yeah, there's gonna be more It down the road. So maybe Anna will be back when we talk about It 2017, It Chapter 2. We'll see.
Be around for all of them.
Yeah,
we'll make it a running.
We're gonna have an It collection where there's just Anna.
Need a patch.
Yes,
like a Boy Scout vest.
Absolutely. We'll get you a sticker.
Yay! I love stickers. More than patches.
I was on all the It podcast episodes on Dissect That Film, and all I got was this lousy sticker.
Yep, I'll take it.
But yeah, if you want,
thank you guys for having me.
Oh, anytime. This has been a blast. And yeah, if you want more It content from us, you could check out our It Welcome to Derry episode that me and Anna did for Slice of TV at the end of last year. So check that out. And yeah, we got coverage for the other 2 movies coming down the road. I don't know when. Not going to say when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. We're going to have them all covered in 2026. But next week it's Misery, and then after that is Friday the 13th. You guys will see what we got going on for the next 3 Dissect That Film episodes. Friday the 13th part 4 is our first one for 2026. So strap in. We got Awkward Dancing Crispin Glover, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I love that one.
But yeah, make sure to check us out on social media. We're either at Dissect That Film or Dissect That Film Pod. You can go to our LINKTREE and get all the links to our social media, to our merch store where we have shirts. We have literally anything for merch that is our Dissect That Film podcast logo or our Monster Zone logo. Yeah, we got our Patreon where for $1 you can support us by you get early access to episodes, uncut episodes. You have access to our once a month watch alongs. You have other things that are going to be happening down the road. So yeah, I think some pretty cool things going on over on Patreon for $1. I think that's pretty much worth it. And I'm probably missing things, but I'm going to end. But I'm going to end there. So yeah, thank you all for supporting us. And until next time, I'm Brett Parker. That is Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming. And that is Anna from the Baron's Hideout Podcast and Give Me Back My Action Horror Movies. And this has been episode 225 of the Dissect That Film Podcast. We'll see you all again on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.